Hello, hello. Hey, Skeleseller. Hey, Blub. Let's see what the today message is because I don't remember what I wrote. Probably still accurate. Prepping for launch, blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay, that's all good. Hey, Leap Your Girl. Okay, I want to take a look at what are the Google results for the last 24 hours. What's this? Cyber Gaming World. Did they review Skeleseller? Oh, it's just listed as an upcoming day. Or upcoming game. Aries LPs. Skeleseller. This person has 140,000 followers? What? Did they play this? Did they? They did for half an hour with 1,300 viewers. Oh, they probably play a lot of games for only... Wait, no, one. One means 1 hour. I read 0.5%. They played a demo? I didn't know that. Huh. Wonder how they found it. I want to go take a quick look at that, actually. Hey, Galaxy Inferno. Hope you're feeling good post-nap. Aries LPs. They're no longer online. Oh, they're a German streamer? Yeah, they played for 1 hour and 1 minute. Hang on, it's loading. Okay, what did people say just before this in this person's chat? Well, I don't know. But I don't think I've ever reached out to this person, so I think they just played the demo. Yeah, I'll have to watch this. Okay, cool. Afternoon, check out this person. German streamer who played Skeleseller. I could try reaching out to them, but they'll probably not even see my email if I were to. Maybe I could whisper them on Twitch, but they probably had that turned off. How was lunch? It was pretty good. I had leftovers from a Thai place from yesterday. Feel much better. And boyfriend got me burgers. Nice. Hey, Ryan. Nice, nice, nice. I found out one of my favorite burger places in the greater area apparently does deliver to our place, but they're pretty far away. But I didn't even order from them. We had friends over and they placed an order and I'm like, is this what I think it is? They said, yeah. Why is this unusual? I was like, oh, I thought they didn't deliver here. Actually, I wonder if they open a new location. I never looked into that, and this is not worth talking about on stream. Okay, so we just finished this, and I didn't test this because I need to change the feature flag so that we're in the demo. Let's go do that. True, and that should be all we need. Good luck. Thank you, Ryan. ABC. Hey, life's faded. Probably still turn up warmer than the average McDonald's delivery. Actually, I hadn't thought of that. The enjoyability of a burger based on how far it has to be delivered. It's after 9 p.m. in Germany. Yeah. Germany's GMT +1. Although I always forget my distance to GMT whenever we're in this weird daylight saving time shift. Because I only ever look at this. And I'm right now UTC -7. So that means I'm 8 hours from Germany now, but I will be 7 or 9. I don't know. Let's do this. So we got to fight our way through all these things. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have the money. I'm like, why can't I do that? Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Is it gonna pop up? Hello? Hello? Oh no, debug disable is if we're on a debug build, not if we're not on a demo build. Rat. I gotta go test that again. All right, well, maybe we can just... No, man. Yeah, I gotta test again. Hey, Sofa Meyer, thank you very much. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So probably already in bed. Insane, I tell you. Yeah. I bet their significant other didn't bring them burgers. They just needed their 1,300 viewers to keep them company. All right, yeah, unfortunately, I gotta do this again. It's not that long. It's like 15 clicks or whatever. And almost done. Okay, so now we save and do that. And we should see a tip. Come on. It should show up over here saying that we just finished the demo, basically. Tip, hello? Hello? Tip? Right? Yeah, there it is. You unlocked the volcano, which I'm just going to take a picture. Okay, now let's paste it over here. Why is that super weird? All right, marks the end of the demo content. We hope you had fun. Buying the game will let you continue from this point. The full game has several more locations, buildings, adventures, and even a roguelike game mode to unlock. Please consider checking out, yeah. Reach out for next Sunday. Not quite launch day coverage, but maybe still helpful. I want to see what they had to say about it. This might be difficult, though. Actually, Galaxy Inferno, would you mind just scrolling to like the end of their playthrough, maybe like the last 5 minutes, and just seeing what they said? I assume they stream in German. Do you mind seeing where they're like, yeah, that was a fun game, or yeah, I'd like to play this or something? Or were they just like, yeah, whatever, I'm moving on? Because they played for a full hour. I skipped a bit, but they kept saying it's a cool game. Oh, cool. Nice. Excellent. We have captured the German audience now. Oh yeah, this looks good. Let's cut this out. Too many Germans here? Too many? I don't think you have too many German people here. You hear that, German people? Call your friends over to the stream. You hear that, everyone else who wants to have their nationality represented more? Call your friends over to the stream. Everybody just call your friends over to the stream. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So this will delete this from Weblate as well, which I should probably do. Unfortunately, it's going to be gone forever. I really, really strongly dislike that about Weblate. Like, here's what I'm talking about. If we go to here and we search for "You've Unlocked the Volcano," we have human typed translations for this. Here's the French, for example. When I delete this string from the code base, this is going to be gone forever. I don't have a way of like, well, what did it used to be or something? It's just gone. Now, granted, I have it saved in Git, so it's not like I'll truly lose it forever. But I'd like for Weblate to have some way of searching for that, I guess. Maybe there is, and I just don't know it. What if you don't have friends? Then just go into a random German stream and start talking to people. The European takeover has begun. Well, no, Americans are welcome too. I know there are more nationalities than just Europeans and Americans. Got blocked by ads mid-conversation. Sorry, horrible life. Thanks for the resub, Galaxy Inferno. Happy half year. Are we all chatters getting NPCs in the game? You know, I'd thought about, like, should longtime subscribers get one of the skeletons named after them, but I didn't end up doing that. There aren't that many different skeleton names. I'm not German, though, unless you're Canadian. No, I'm Dutch. For those who do not know, I am not Dutch. Okay, so this is done. We'll mark this as being fixed. Oh, you know what else I should probably do before signing off? Consider giving out some release keys or playtest keys to see if there are any last-minute problems. People would just need to play normally. Hey, what? It's going well. How you doing on this fine Monday? Oh, hey, GLFA. Welcome in. Welcome in. So remove pre-launch message. Fixes that. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Okay. Oh, what we should probably do is run .NET format. So that's been finished. Cool. Right, launch posts. Yeah, let's go do this stuff. Fully recovered this month. Oh, nice. Let me go refresh my memory. Oh no, I never heard that you were sick. I remember someone mentioned they had the flu for 4 weeks. But yeah, I did not hear where you were recovered from. Either way, nice to hear it. Right, launch post for itch and Steam. Okay, how do we do this? New devlog. Wait, what? 7 notifications? You got followed by a bunch of people. Where do these people come from? Huh. Where did... LDB Google. Google's right sending people here. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, title. Skeleseller has launched. Select a post type, major update or launch. Oh, hey, there's a space missing here. Port this on itch. Missing a space. Okay. Look for quality long form posts to promote. Writing an engaging post can help get more people to see your project or account. Postmortem, culture, game design, text discussion tutorial. That must be marketing then. And an attachment. Oh, we have that thumbnail for my YouTube video I could use, assuming I still have it. Is it this? No. Oh, man. Where is it? I have too many images in here. I'm not going to find this, am I? We could download it from the trailer. Yeah, I don't think I have this here. Is it in downloads by any chance? YouTube thumb. Oh my God, there it is. What's the size of this? 1.5 megabytes, 1280 by 720. And what size do they want, I wonder? Oh, this is... I think I messed something up here. An injury for almost 6 years. Wow. Yeah, well, nice. Can they do image view thumbnails? Yeah, they can. Yeah. I think I'm strong. What is all this stuff? I deleted this. Why is that still there? Hang on a second. Let me take a look at something really fast. Huh, interesting. I guess that still exists. It's an idle game. A prestige mode should be expected. Oh, man. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Oh, I see. Oh, these are radio buttons even with this. Interesting. Huh. All right. I'm glad I looked at that. All right. So I don't want to attach anything, I think. Do I? I don't know. Can I preview this? Yeah, I think I can preview this. Test. Save. Why is that gigantic? Why is this so big? I guess I should change the cover image, huh? All right, now what happens if I save? Where did that even go? I don't know. Maybe I should report this too. I'm sitting really far away. How's your dad doing, Left? Just very large, like, header image. Create some automation to publish? Yeah. Made a release tool a while ago. All right, so let's write out the post for this. Oh, you know what else? I didn't finish actually looking through this. Let me take a quick look again at that. I made it to the second page and I saw that someone streamed it on Twitch and I'm like, oh, wow, nice. Anything else? I think I've seen more of those, most of those. Yeah, and that's it. Okay. It's been 2 years in the making, but today's the day. Skeleseller has finally launched. Some quick details for anyone interested. I streamed almost the entirety of development on Twitch and YouTube. VODs are here. This isn't a typical idle game. Idle is used to mean, yeah, well, Dad's doing well. Pretty gung ho on this Unreal 5 game he started. Nice. Yeah. Gameplay is relatively short, and you'll benefit quite a lot from paying attention most of the time. Is there anything else I even want to say here? What I want to say in the launch post? What time is it where I live? It's 1:19 p.m. Well, I don't know. I had some like launch the game. I want to write about something here. Fully launch the game. Post a major news update. That's it. I didn't have any plans for this. I mean, I don't know what else I really want to say. Maybe what the game's about, but like there's the trailer. This is the itch page. What's the last blog post I did? Oh, I had like headers and stuff. Yeah. Oops. No, I don't want to do that. I want to change the style here. It's sort of like that, except for then I go on to clarify what I mean by that. This isn't a typical idle game. Gameplay is relatively short, and you'll benefit quite a lot from paying attention most of the time. I think a lot of this copy is already on the main Skeleseller page. Yeah. Working because I'm buying and playing this game all day tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Wait, does the game come with sheet music? I actually don't know if it comes with sheet music on itch. I'm pretty sure it does. The game comes with sheet music for the entire soundtrack in a folder alongside the game. I'll just say the executable. I personally ignore all links. I don't know about others. Oh, that's fine. I mean, you probably wouldn't even have read this post, right? This is just for anyone who might stumble on this and be like, oh, what's this game about? And even if they ignore that, it's nice to know that there are VODs if they ever wanted to watch them, which they probably don't. Recommend you try your game. But this is all going to be on the itch page itself. So with that context in mind, I'm not certain if people would expect that here. Like if you want to know what the game is, you could either just look through the pictures that are there or just click the page and watch, like read about the game. So yeah, I don't know if I should duplicate all that stuff here. The demo is still available if you want to enjoy this kind of game. And you will. I don't want to sound cocky. Piano sheet music for the entire soundtrack in a folder alongside the executable. Yeah. Extras folder. What platforms are you releasing on? Should we get from Steam and comment or go elsewhere where you get more profit? Yeah, Steam I think is good. I do technically earn a little bit more money through itch, but I don't think it's a better version of the game because you don't have achievements. And there's no cloud saving either. So yeah, I think the Steam version is probably just best. Plus, then you can leave a review, which is helpful. I'll just say try it first. I value succinctness here. Gameplay is relatively short, and you'll benefit quite a lot from paying attention most of the time. Streams the entirety of development on Twitch and YouTube. Games comes with piano music, and after beating story mode, there's a very casual roguelite mode that you can unlock. Okay, so I'm excited to see people enjoy the game and share it. I don't think I want to say the share part. I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to market more here. I am excited to see people play the game. Hope you all have fun. Boof, thank you. Good luck. I appreciate it. Tags to organize your posts. I don't think I need to do this. Maybe just like announcement or something. Language. What is this written in? English. How do you write it in multiple languages? Maybe in here somewhere? And then I think I have to include some builds or something with this. I'm excited to be rich off this game. I don't think that's gonna happen. Also, you don't think it's gonna happen. Look at your vote. -3. You think I'm gonna make -3 sales? What I gotta say, I don't really appreciate your input right now, and this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. But like, this is a launch post. It's a time for celebration. The rest of the stuff, like, yeah, this might not fill your boat. You might never click the links. You might say it's emotional. That's fine. I think it's still a pretty good post. Are you migrating an older post, cover image, enable comments? All right, so let's save this. So we can just publish this tomorrow now. All right. And I'll write that here. So actual release process. Release on Steam. This is not automatic. Release on itch. Make itch post live. Hey, Phil. All right, so now I need the Steam post, which that we got to get different pictures for, I think. Where do we even publish this? On Steam? No, on Steamworks, right? Probably on Steamworks. Let me take a look off screen for a sec, because I don't remember how you do this. I always have a link at the end of the release tool that tells me where to do this, but I don't know where you find it. I should just look through the release tool. I don't. Oh, there it is. I found it. Hub admin. Here we go. Post event or announcement. Event announcement dashboard. What is the difference? Probably this. Game major update. Skeleseller has launched. Cool. Hey, Method. think you'll have a happy launch. The -3 was mainly I didn't want it to seem like I was setting some kind of expectation. Yeah. I get that. I asked my wife, like, what do you think it'll hit? And she's like, I don't want to answer this question. So who knows? All right. So let's go find the itch post. This is not mine. I gotta find mine. How did I already lose it? All right, it's over here. I'll just go from there. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna copy this as the foundation, I think. Oh yeah, I gotta set up a launch sale too. Hey Serena, hey Xyletics. 1 day left. I know it's crazy. And I think the to-do list is pretty manageable for today. So after 2 years of, yeah, I'd say. But today's the day. Skeleseller is finally launched. And you might say, why are you not copy pasting? I didn't plan on rewriting this whole thing, but I decided all the words were good. So yeah, I should have copy pasted. Okay, so the demo will remain available for anyone who still wants to try the game before buying it. It represents the first 30 minutes of story mode, which should last for a total of 4 to 5 hours in the full game. There's more content on top of that in the form of a very casual roguelite mode. Some extras. How about that? Yeah. The game comes with free sheet music for the entire soundtrack. Find it in the extras folder. I plan to put the OST on YouTube for free so that everyone can enjoy it. What's your life going to be like after you don't have to stress about this anymore? Just because I launched doesn't mean I don't have to stress about this anymore. I will still have to read reviews and everything. I think I've been mentioning this on the stream, but we have story mode and we have bone mode in the game. And I think opinions generally seem negative about this. And I don't know how many people are going to be like, yeah, this wasn't worth it because there's this mode I don't care about. And $10 is too high a price. So I'm not sure. But anyway, that's the biggest stress. Beyond that, there's still a question of like, how much more work do I put into this? Because I don't know for sure that I should just move on to the next thing. Take care, Sean. Is this game your first? No, Botland was the first game that I made. Well, not really the first game I made. It was the first game I made on stream. And this is no longer playable, but yeah, this was...
Welcome to Botland, a strategy game with...
Why is this dark? Yeah. So now there's no voiceover. It's muted, but this was a game where you'd write scripts for bots. Very nerdy concept. And you could make them pretty complex, and then you would put them into battle and they would just follow the script exactly. So it's a very different take on an automated game. And it was online. There were a bunch of players. It just didn't get a lot of traction. I'm not saying it didn't get a lot of traction because it was a great game. I think it could have been a much better game. It's just it didn't like catch on immediately or something. I didn't have a infinite time to spend on it. But Adam tortured himself with vanilla JS and AWS. Actually, the AWS stuff was, I think, pretty informative and good to learn. JavaScript, yes, that was torture. No two ways about that. Demo will remain available for anyone who still wants to try the game before buying it. It represents the first 30 minutes of story mode. Also, your progress should carry over from the demo. Yeah. If it doesn't, feel free to reach out over Discord or the Steam forums. All right, let's get the Discord link now. Discord. Want the Skeleseller one. More content after story mode in the form of a very casual roguelite mode. The game comes with free piano sheet music for the entire soundtrack. And is there anything else? I don't think there are any other extras. And I think it's kind of weird to list only 2 extras. Is there anything else? Maybe I'll just list this separately. Yeah, that's good. Is Ryu Drake from this community? I don't recognize the name. Let me take a look. No, they're not following me. They have no messages in the chat. So presumably, no. Unless they have a different Twitch name. Reminds me of the tutorials I had to take in high school to learn game design. Oh yeah, you were mentioning game design on your stream before. I think you said something like you were glad you didn't end up doing more of it or something, that you shifted into streaming. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm misquoting. I think it was during the Skeleseller stream. And the German stream seemed really knowledgeable about the game. Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe they just found it. I don't know. Neat though. All right, is there anything else I want to write here? What else did I write in the Steam post or the itch post? Something to keep in mind. This isn't a typical idle game. Well, this isn't an idle game in the sense that you're supposed to walk away from your computer and let it progress while you're gone. You can do that, but idle is more means that you don't directly control the characters. You'll find the game much more enjoyable if you're paying at least like 90% attention to it. Okay, what? I'm about to time you out. This is not an English thing. Like, what are your messages supposed to be? Why are you typing this stuff? You've been in the stream so many times before too. I just don't get why you're saying these things today. Like, you've criticized everything I've done in the last like 20 minutes. Just knock it off, okay? All right. Been 2 years in the making. Today's the day. Skeleseller is finally launched. Demo will remain available for anyone who still wants to try the game before buying it. It represents the first 30 minutes of story mode, which should last for a total of 4 to 5 hours. Progress should carry over from the demo. If it doesn't, feel free to reach out. Yeah, I'll put this in parentheses. Something to keep in mind, this isn't an idle game in the sense that you're supposed to walk away from your computer and let it progress while you're gone. You can do that, but idle here means that you don't directly control the characters. Yeah, you find it much more enjoyable if you're paying at least 90% attention to it. Some extras. Cool. Okay, yeah. I hope you all enjoy the game. And I'll sign it. Cool. Find it interesting. You write slightly different worded article for Steam. Yeah. I'm not actually sure who's going to be reading the itch one. I think a bunch of people will probably see it. All right, so now we got to come up with the images for this. So artwork. We could have a cover. Well, you have to have a cover image, and we can have a header image. Usually contains artwork and branding that represents your event, plus any brief message you want to call out. We'll include your game's name and icon next to this image in some context. May want to include it. Whenever we just mock something up quickly. Do you mention on itch that you have localizations? It's in the metadata, so I assume that it shows up for people. But I don't know for sure. I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, languages. So I think people have a way of finding this. Like, I didn't explicitly list it. I just left it there. And yeah, I think people using search tools would probably be able to find it. So yeah, what cover image do I want for this? We could take a picture of the whole game and put that as the cover image. I mean, we already have that picture, don't we? Where is it? Thought it was in here. Maybe it's not. Is it in here? Skella shots. Full Town 2. No, this is old. Yeah, this is all from June. I should just delete that. I should delete this whole folder eventually. Oh, where is it though? Maybe this? Yeah, here it is. I think this would be a pretty good screenshot. Yeah, let's just try it. Cover image. Oh no, we should put some text over it, right? Yeah, I probably should. All right, so what's the size that this has to be? 800 by 450. So let's do that. 800, whoops, 800 by 450. This is gonna scale it. No, it didn't scale it weirdly. It's just pretty tiny. Where's 100% zoom? Where's the zoom level? There it is. So this is 100%. That's as big as the title image can get. I don't think a zoomed out picture of the game is a good idea then. What does it look like on my other monitor? No, bad. Back in the time you would have been working on Botland, I remember watching a guy who was making a mobile game, a runner-like game. Yes, that was hardly difficult. Yeah, as far as I know, a couple of years ago, he took a break from streaming, and I think kind of just tech in general, but I'm not totally positive on that. And I haven't seen him back in the category. All right, well, if we're not going to go with that, let's go with... Yeah, maybe actually this is pretty good. Let's go with this. Hey, Rami. Let's see what this looks like when we shrink this down. Alternatively, maybe we just take a zoomed in portion of some piece of this. 800 by... Wait, shouldn't this like... Cancel this. Yeah, it's not bad. But I still think it's probably better to just take a portion of the game. Yeah. I don't think these zoomed out shots are probably good. I'm not sure where this shows up though. Appear on your store page in recent announcements. Okay, I think I know where that is then. It's one of these. In which case, yeah, a zoomed in thing is probably best. Tech today, yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so bad at graphic design. I don't know what to do. What if we take a picture of the title screen? Maybe if we take a picture of the title screen when demo is true. We look in here. Play game. Yeah. Yeah, something like this could be decent. Let's full screen the game. That way we can get a nice... Well, we'd also delete placeholder version at some point. Yeah, maybe I should just delete that now. Config version is empty. Let's try that. Graphic design is my passion. I'd feel bad for anyone who has to look at my graphic design, if that's what I was saying. All right, so how about this? So here's my new thing that we got. Let's go put this back into windowed mode. And let's paste it again and then shrink this to 800 by 450. Yeah, I think that's probably better. And then set this to 100%. Never mind. Now it looks kind of stupid with the icons. All right, let's just hide all the icons and just take a picture of the title screen. I think that's pretty reasonable. Title screen, 2D. Yeah, we'll just hide all these. Story mode, goodbye, quit, done. Other buttons, gone. And we just hit play. I gotta full screen it again. Oh, I can't full screen it now because I deleted the settings button. Oh, wait, no, I can because I can still press escape. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Calic, thank you for the resub. Happy 29 months. Just in time.
Whoops.
Just in time. Okay, after a lot of work, there we go. Now we just put a picture of myself on top of everything with a couple of party hats on. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's export this. So there's going to be launch cover image. Okay, now let's go put that in. Edit, artwork, select. Temp, Steam. What did I call it? I apparently didn't call it that. New Steam. Okay, not just Steam. Nice. Upload. Okay, and then a header image. 1920 by 622. We could just use the same image. 1920 by 622. Okay, so we would shrink this, 1920, and that'll maintain the same. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do it here. And then we change the canvas, and we can change it to 622, but then we need to figure out what do we want to chop off. Probably not the logo. But then it looks kind of bad, right? All right, then let's probably use a custom image for this. I should have it somewhere. No, I don't. When you said the game can be finished in one sitting, did I type that? I don't think that's in the post, is it? Sounds like the king of game you buy to play once and then forget about, and that is something you could just phrase better. Well, I don't even remember writing that though, did I? I mean, maybe I did. Like I said, I am all over the place today. I think you're maybe misinterpreting this part. Like, I don't mean you're supposed to sit at your computer the entire time. I'm saying that a lot of other idle games, you are expected to walk away from your computer. Yeah, anyway, just try to pay attention to what you're saying. I think you can detect an energy shift since I've read your messages, and I just, like I said, you've been here enough. I don't want to ban you. I also don't want to be subjected to this. So, yeah, just try to keep an eye on what you're saying. And if you're not confident in what you're saying, then just don't say stuff, right? All right, let me go find the logo that I have. Guys, I've got this somewhere. Let's see, library hero. Oh, you know what? A lot of this stuff is on, I mean, I could use this. This is the new artwork that Quickie Joe did. This would be kind of cool. How big is that? Is that the right size too? I think it's pretty close to the right size. Let's take a look. Open with affinity. Hey, web dev. Okay, 1920 by 622. So what are we at right now? 1920. Oh, we need 2 more pixels. No. If there was some like content aware fill, I could just expand this by 2 pixels. I guess we can just put a... No, whatever I do is going to look really stupid, huh? Oh, here's what we could do. We could shrink it to this dimension and then just cut off a couple of extra pixels here. Yeah. So this will be 1920, and then it doesn't really matter what we do because no matter what, it's going to look good. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Launching tomorrow. Yeah. All right, export. So let's put this over here as alt header image. And then I got to go put this into here. How do you copy? There we go. All right, nice. Let's use that. I'm glad this is getting used. Yeah, in this case, it turns out I didn't need to worry about it because I had more horizontal resolution than I needed. Oh, wow, that looks really cool. That looks really, really cool. And then what's this? I don't know what that even is. All right, let's preview this. It looks a little bit pixelated, but just on the skeleton. Was it pixelated in the original one? Hang on, let me find this. It is a little bit pixelated in the original one. I think it's fine. But yeah, it is a little bit unusual. Okay. It's been 2 years in the making, but today's the day. Skeleseller is finally launched. Demo will remain available for anyone who still wants to try the game before buying it. It represents the first 30 minutes of story mode. It should last for a total of 4 to 5 hours. Your progress should carry over from the demo. Something to keep in mind, this isn't an idle game in the sense that you're supposed to walk away from your computer and let it progress while you're gone. You can do that, but idle here means that you don't directly control the characters. Find the game much more enjoyable if you're paying at least 90%. I should say at least. Some extras. There's more content after story mode in the form of a very casual roguelite mode. Plan to put the OST on YouTube for free so that everyone can enjoy it. The game comes with free piano sheet music for the entire soundtrack. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Can you add or say that it's more like auto battling? I think the Steam page will talk about that stuff. I wanted to put this here for people who will use this in addition to the Steam page. Yeah, I really want someone to play the music. I'm looking forward to that. It'll only happen if the game is popular enough. Just want to one-up Adam. All right, let's add it here. Toulouse, 2223. Hi, Toulouse. Also, if anyone else wants to get their guesses in, feel free. Just make sure, please, please, please read the info section and do not ask me any questions that are in the info section. I've answered them like 400 times today, and they're in the info section for a reason. Some people get upset if you call it roguelike, and it's not exactly that. Yeah, that happened to me in my stream. Maru, yeah, I did not already get your guess. Yeah. Maru 5 1337. Okay, La Boss 2020. Cool. What's the average right now? 4,700. Now, something to keep in mind is, let's say you just knew that I had 10 sales. You would not know how much money I would have made because you can't know where those sales are from. So, for example, if they're 10 like Brazilian sales, it's going to be very different from 10 US sales, which is going to be different from, I don't know, 10 like Russian sales or something like that. So you can't just multiply by the sales price. Also, refunds typically happen. Wish I had this discipline. I mean, you can still get this discipline. It's not like, at least I don't think you're just born with discipline or you're not born with discipline. I think you can do a lot of things to help stoke that flame. I think maybe your like attention span you might be born with, but yeah, you can like make yourself do things that you would have found an easy route out through some other way. Or like not force, I guess, but build up the tolerance such that it's easier, more amenable for you. 1500. You like my very high tech type out the person's name and then type their number. All right, cool. All right, yeah, I think it's pretty good. So here's the post. I will copy a link to this and we'll put this over here. Make Steam post live. Cool, cool, cool. Release a Switch 2 version. Can't hear you respond, but I want to provide this essential feedback. Thank you, Matt's kid. Hope it's way higher than my guess. Yeah, I was talking to my wife on my lunch break, and I was saying that we probably have the most visibility we're going to get for Skeleseller, like right now. And I think the reason why, maybe not the most, but probably pretty close to the most. Because if you look at popular upcoming, Skeleseller is now number 4 there. Just being on this page and not having to click. By the way, you can't even click more here. You have to click see more, and even that doesn't do it. You then have to click popular upcoming to see all of them. Now you can scroll down. But up until those like 5 clicks you have to do, you can't. Well, it's 5 clicks to get here, I guess, but it's like 2 extra to get to this point. So anyway, now we're at number 4. So if this is not pulling in like the most wishlisted ever will, I don't know what would get that to happen. The only other thing that might cause it is there's also a new and trending section. If Skeleseller made it maybe in like the first 3 or 4 here, like where is Tangy TD here? Because that was Cakes' game. Yeah, it's here. So now it's off the front page. Like you see these, you click new releases, you scroll down a little bit, you still don't see it. I don't know how many people are scrolling down to this level, like below the break. And I'm not saying it's a death sentence or something like that. I think it's totally fine. But then, yeah, you kind of lose out on, oh, hey, under $10 show up over here. Interesting. You kind of lose out on the visibility. The other problem is that 2 days after Skeleseller launches, the entire Steam page is going to be taken over by the spring sale, which I can't be part of. So probably people are just going to look through here and find whatever game they want to find. Wrote you a summary of the notable bits in Discord. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Nero. If you don't mind making the guess from Twitch, because I only have a Twitch username section. That way, if I do end up giving a point, I can give it to a Twitch username. But yeah, otherwise, we can just try to remember that your guess is 2969. All right, so write launch posts, write up Reddit posts, make sure they follow the rules. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do this. I looked at the rules for these subreddits, and it is okay for you to post self-promotion. I want to make sure that I'm following the rules though, so let's go double check. No game or auto clicker requests, ref links, own content greater than once every 30 days, or refer to playable. Wait, what? Plus refer. What does this all say? Request for help finding games. Okay, I wouldn't be doing that. Referral links, that's fine. IGM or equivalent games, what does that mean? What does IGM mean in this context? Idle game maker? What? Is that what that refers to? Never heard of this. Huh. Wow. Okay, anything about your own content more than one time per 30 days at most. Post must refer to playable content. Request for auto clickers. Be nice. No personal attacks. Spam will be removed. Follow the expectations and guidelines. Follow the general guidelines. Contact the mods. But what? Contact mods before posting? Man, it would have been nice to see that in rule number 1. Now I only have like the evening. All right, fine. All right, so let's read this. Hey, for it to come to this, but I feel a lot of us aren't aware of the expectations when you create a new thread for your project. They had a surge in submissions, and that's great. Except when the post is not all what you expect it to be. Let's talk about some expectations. An idea for a game is very rough. You have a more serious idea, trouble with a piece of code, you have tips for development, you have a very, very early game. Prototype, beta, it's already posted as a beta, running a blog. Game you're looking for, discussion. Wait, what? These are all acceptable is what they're saying? Oh, I see. Okay, so what about if you have a fully launched game? All right, I should probably reach out to the mods now. All right, what about the Godot subreddit though? English only, totally fine. Code of conduct, excuse me. Read it here. Breaching the code is a bannable offense. In particular, we won't tolerate discrimination or bullying of any kind. Oh, this is the Godot code of conduct? Yeah, I should definitely be following this already. I have very much been trying to be a polite Godot citizen. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a problem. Use appropriate flares. What are the flares for this? Official releases. It's Godot builds and releases. Help me self-promo games. If you want to show part of a game you made with Godot, go ahead and share it. First completed tutorials and work in progress, finished project. Okay. So looks like that's fine. I write that down. Self-promo. Make sure to flare it with self-promo and then make sure to participate in the comments. All right, sounds good. Hey, 715209. And hey, Vibe Hub. Just ask mods if you can promote it and it's cool. Yeah, I do plan on reaching out to them. What I was saying though is that there's not a lot of time before launch. Oh, it doesn't really matter if all this is timed with launch probably. All right, what else? Specify game name. Posts about a specific game must include the name of the game, the title, body, or comment. Must include Skeleseller in title, body, or comment. Need to mail the mods for this. No games using cryptocurrency. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so wait, what else did I miss from incremental games? Oh, that's what oh, whoops, I got these backwards. This is here. And that's all we need to do for that. Now, what about Godot? Help rules. I don't think we need this. Can Godot be used to make this game? Yes. Promotion rules. You're required to use the promotion flare whenever you want to showcase your game. Do not spam your project. Do not use discussion flare. You may use fun and memes to do so sparingly until your post. Wait, so did I get the wrong flare for this? No, I did not. So I have to use the promotion flare. Okay. Why is it Godot and not Godot? I mean, same reason it's Margot and not Margot. The short answer just being that's how you pronounce the name. The longer answer probably being whatever the context was around the language at that time. Okay, discussion rules. Flares for constructive conversations, not for venting your frustrations. I don't think that's a problem. Post memes with consideration shouldn't be a problem. Stay on topic. Yeah, I want to. The reason I wanted to write out these posts ahead of time is because I want to make sure it's relevant to this subreddit. Okay, cool. Only post content that you are the rights holder of. This means you're required to credit assets. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. JK, I already forego again. All right, so I got to email the mods here. Let me do that quickly. Contact the mods before posting. Okay. So, hello. I wanted to make a post about my upcoming game, Skeleseller. I was reading through the rules and meet all of them except for number 4, which said Contact the mods before posting. Is it okay with you if I make a post about my game in the coming, well, tomorrow or shortly thereafter? Thanks, Adam. All right, I was reading through the rules and meet all of them except for number 4, which said and contact the mods before posting. I mean, just the contact. Okay with you if I make a post about my game tomorrow? Yep, cool. Okay. Specify it's launching. Yeah, that's fair. Launching tomorrow. Cool. Cool. Let's go, Busto. Yeah, don't worry. We got it all down to a science. We practiced 4 or 5 times. All right, now how do I message the moderators? There's some way to... Oh, there it is. Title. Asking for permission to make a launch post. Send. Okay, cool. Well, we can write the post out anyway. And then I just won't post it if I don't get permission. And that way tomorrow I don't have to scramble to post it. Yeah. Just noticed the Skeleseller hoodie. Yeah. And yeah, Darkstorm is the only one in the world with a Skeleseller mug. Pretty cool. Hey, DXG. Planning to buy an M4 Pro MacBook. How is game development on it using engines like Godot and GameMaker compared to Windows? I've never done game dev on a MacBook, but I assume it's going to be great. So yeah, I wouldn't probably worry about that. If you're talking about how is Mac OS compared to Windows, I think it is mostly fine, except that you'll find, at least with Godot, that there are possibly some issues that take longer to get resolved. And it all depends on what those issues are and what things you're running into. And other than that, I'd say it's pretty much the same. There's some other kind of, yeah, like small things that are different. So for example, on Windows, if you click this very same thing, I have a windowed mode in the game. And if I click full screen, watch what happens on Mac. That's obnoxious. Like that takes a long time. You can't like interact with the operating system during that small amount of time. On Windows, it just goes like bloop and it's done. And yeah, that's another little thing. This is probably not super common for you when you're making your game, but like it's annoying. So yeah, you'll find some little things that are different. Now on the flip side, you'll find some things that are nicer. So a lot of tools that are built for Windows, or I guess built for Linux, will work for Mac, but not every tool built for Windows will. Oh my God, what am I saying? All right, I'm trying to say compatibility for some tools will be higher than other tools. That actually cuts in both directions because sometimes you'll find Windows only tools. But for development stuff, I find that typically they're more Mac friendly than Windows friendly, especially open source software that's on GitHub. But that all depends on what you need. So yeah, in general, I would say you probably can't go wrong. And worst case scenario, you could always virtualize Windows or still have a Windows machine. Okay, so I need to actually make the post. I think I'm going to take a break really fast though. Yeah. Can you save a post? If I click create, does it let you... Oh, save draft. Yeah. So make drafts of the posts and just hold on to them. All right, I am going to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a little bit. Is it jump time? It's jump time. hello. I want to get more water on my break. I just ran into a chair. It hurts so bad. Close the game. Close the game. Oh man. Hang on a second. Let me take a look at this. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah. All right, so make a draft of each post. Oh, hey, I got a message back already. That must be from the moderators? Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Hi there, thanks for reaching out. Bit of a misunderstanding. You don't have to ask before posting, but I can totally see how the rules read that way before. I've gone ahead and updated them to hopefully be a bit more clear. If you could take another look and confirm it's more clear now, that'd be fantastic. You're absolutely good to go with your post. Best of luck with the launch. Oh, interesting. Huh. I'm kind of curious what the rules used to say now. Oh yeah, here it was. So it's follow the expectations and guidelines, follow the general guidelines, and contact the mods before posting. Oh, was that supposed to be A, giveaways? Okay, I'm very confused at what they meant originally, but here's what they mean now. Let's take a look at that. Before posting the following. Ah, yes, but then they only have giveaways there. Okay. The chair incident. Oh, man, I remember that. All right, I should respond to them and say, yes, that is clearer. Hey, thanks for the quick response. That is definitely clearer. If I may suggest, not having a line break be even better. E.g. Wait, who was that? Hang on. Cakes. Thanks for the raid. This is like the first time you've ended, quote unquote early, it seems. And man, you were up late. Yeah, shout out to Cakes. Actually, I think I made a Cakes command. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give a shout out as well for all my viewers. Yeah, Cakes just launched his game a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't recall now. God, this is how everyone else must sound to me when I raid them. March 9th. Yeah, a week ago. Okay. I just don't have any concept of time anymore. This is really happening. Also, thanks now for the censorship. Yeah, anyway, game's out. It's been a week. It's been doing very well from at least my point of view. And I think Cakes has been a very busy individual. He did say he'd be playing Skeleseller tomorrow, and I want to hold him to that. But if you're interested in watching my game on stream at some point, you can watch him play because I won't be playing my game probably for the rest of today. I'm doing a lot of just before launch marketing stuff. I'm launching tomorrow, and I wanted to make some Reddit posts, and I wanted to make a Steam and an itch post. So I'm kind of just writing up content for right now. So it is game dev, but it's a marketing side of game dev, which is not as entertaining probably. But yeah, welcome in everyone. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, if you want a link to my game, there it is. All right, let me just take a quick look over here because we had something else I just read. Yeah. There's no key item. Okay. All right, yeah, tomorrow. Okay, cool. So I've just made this. Let's go to the different subreddits that we have here and make sure we're doing everything correctly. So I want to post to the incremental games one first. Create post. Title, Skeleseller. I kind of want to, okay, so I have an idea for a title. I don't think it'll work for incremental games, but I wanted to say something like, I quit my job, died, came back to life, and made this game. I still think that's a great title for Reddit post because of the theme of Skeleseller. But yeah, I don't think I really need to do that for this sort of thing. Launch price is going to be, well, I have that price command now. Yeah, $10. You make the game in less than 1 year? No, it's been 2 years of full-time work, and there have been several other people working on it. And there are the credits for that. Any chance Itch will just have Skeleseller on the homepage again? It's possible. It is possible. All right, well, let's take a look at what other posts. I don't actually read the Incremental Games subreddit. So where do we have, how do you get back to that? Okay, I don't know how. So let's just delete this from the URL. And let's look at the top posts of the last like month. Actually, before I'm biased by them, what I want to do is probably something like, I just launched my shop, my town management / auto battler game, Skeleseller. It's kind of a verbose title. How about just town management game? Yeah, or maybe like casual town management game. Yeah. I don't think we need a sensational title for this, but still, let's take a look. What are the best posts of the last month? It's quite sad when I see reviews like this. I saw this. Actually, how have I read this? I think they might have posted this on the game dev subreddit too, because I read the game dev subreddit. Needing a game's Discord to actually understand how to play shouldn't be a thing. Incremental starter pack. Yeah, I should probably comment that this is not this kind of game. Yeah. Okay. Make posts and comments between marketing posts so mods are less likely to take them down. Oh, I asked for permission. I got permission. I don't think they would take this down. Especially not after they gave me permission. Never leave the cloud saves only for devs checkbox. Yeah. I had that turned off from the beginning, actually, I think. And it caused a different bug with Linux users. All right, so how about that? I just launched my casual town management game, Skeleseller, on itch and Steam, maybe? Yeah, okay. Hello /r/ incremental games. I spent the last 2 years making Skeleseller. Can we make this a link? Not like that, you can't. All right, how do you do this? Code block. Where? There. Link. Okay. Let's make sure the link works. Yeah, good. I'd only say Steam, yeah. Well, I mean, I did launch it on both, so maybe I just shouldn't say the platform. Yeah. Yeah, I can switch to the Markdown editor. There's just no preview when I tried that last time. What happens now? Is there a preview now? Oh, what am I doing? Hi there. Yeah. This has always bugged me. Oh, wait, it's not Markdown. That's why. Oh, there's still no preview, though. I guess your preview is going to the rich text editor. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad, I guess. Cost, there's the price command. Oh, why is that not working? Does it work with this? Yeah, it should work with it. Well, it would work with the Markdown version of things. Yeah. I don't mind making it here, though. A laid-back incremental game where you send adventurers into battle, sell the loot that they find, and build up your town. Okay, now where's that starter pack? Yeah, this. The good news is that in order to play the game, you won't need anything from this starter pack. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Well, you won't see anything from this starter pack, yeah. Story mode is 4 to 5 hours and has new mechanics introduced relatively frequently, such that paying attention to the game is rewarded. Does good news imply bad news? Yeah, I should say The bad news is that you die in the first 20 seconds of the game. I don't think I should actually include that here, because I think it's fun to discover that. I don't think there's anything else I want to include for this particular post, maybe. You do want me to keep that in? I feel like that's, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's only been 323 days. Yeah, by the way, for anyone curious about the title of my stream and how it says whatever it says, you know, day 323 and a half, the day 323 is just stream days. So calendar days has been closer to like 740 or something like that. And the half is because I streamed in the morning as well. If you explain it, it's perfect. It should be before the good news line. But this is the punchline of the joke. I don't think you should put the punchline first. The joke being the good news, bad news frame. By the way, why is the spacing on this larger than the spacing on this? What happened here? I switched to Markdown. Oh, it's in a code block somehow? How did I manage that? I don't even see a code block there. Is that actually there? This isn't just like the dark screen problem, right? No. What's going on? Now everything's in a code block? Maybe just the final line needs like a... Yeah, I don't know what that is. That was a code block button? Oh, I'm pressing the code block button? Oh, my bad. Okay. I thought that was a switch to Markdown button. Yeah, there's just an extra space there. Thank you. I'm being a dummy. Okay, my bad. May get first impressions on seeing bad news, even if it's sarcastic. And only things can only look up from there. I'm not going to say that. All right. To be honest, I'm not sure if I should keep this in, but yeah, let's try it. All right. Anyway, hello, incremental games. I spent the last 2 years making Skeleseller, a laid-back incremental game where you send adventurers into battle, sell the loot that they find, and build up your town. Good news is, in order to play the game, you won't see anything from... Oh, this starter pack got deleted. Story mode is 4 to 5 hours. It has new mechanics introduced relatively frequently. The bad news is that you die within the first 20 seconds of playing the game. There's a free demo with 30 minutes of content if you want to give it a shot. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, right? You won't see anything from the starter pack and link the same pack. People just think it's a mistake, though. Okay, so let's copy this here just in case I lose this. Is there any way to flare this post? Steam development. What should I pick for that? Can I pick multiple? No. What? Released? Do they like clarify what these mean somewhere? What does this button do? It's not a button. Why are some of these bordered outlined and the other ones aren't? Strange. Okay, well, add that. Can I add multiple? Steam, add? No, you cannot. All right, well, release is probably the best. I don't know. What do other people do? Do people even use Flare? They do for meta. Meta. It's the last one someone released. Steam. Demo out now. Meta WebGL. I don't see anyone using the release tag. How do you search by tags? Yeah, like this. Okay, so release. Yeah, I think release is fine. I don't know how many people search by Flare in this subreddit anyway. Very NSFW. You're not naked, though. You have a cloak and boots. Just because you don't have skin doesn't mean the rules don't apply to you. All right, save draft. So I don't know how Reddit saves drafts. So let's also save the title just in case. So flare release title this. And yeah, how does this work? It's apparently saved to the UUID. Make incremental games post live. Need a good video? You can't include a video in here though, right? Oh, image and video. But then I have to pick that type of post, don't I? Let me take a look. Oh, you can have text and a video? Oh. Deletes all of my text. I can just paste this in here, right? YouTube embed? Well, what would I even put here? The trailer? Trailer for sure? Okay. Let me go find the trailer. Final launch trailer improved. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you can send them into battle in this game? I've never seen that before. Can you imagine someone ever actually acted like that? All right, so why can't I update draft? Debug +1. Hey, stop it. That's not a thing. Must include Skeleseller. Okay, we did that. Flare release, type, image, or video. Video, this. Okie dokie. Games music has been playing in my head rent free. Do you play an instrument by any chance? Because alongside the game, I ship sheet music that you're welcome to play. I actually really want to see someone else's rendition of this. Where's the... Did I click this one already? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's all here. I spent a lot of time on this. Oh yeah, I should write that in the Reddit post. Also, I arranged sheet music for the whole soundtrack on piano and include it alongside the full games files. Okay, yeah. It's definitely something I should include here. Ball loop. Included it. Yeah. Is that updating the draft? Why is update draft not a thing? Maybe, oh, you probably can't do that because then I would have to save the video file. So people would use this as like free storage or something. Yeah, that's probably why. Drat. Well, what do I do? I guess I already copy pasted everything. The problem is it's going to lose the links if I do this. I guess I need to copy paste it as Markdown. Yeah, that's better. Hey, Scoreline. It's going pretty well. Yeah. All right. I think we're good. I just launched my casual town management game. Yeah. So now we got to post the Godot subreddit. What does the Godot subreddit tend to do? I want to actually, when I post a Godot, I want to talk about the lessons I learned in making this. So I don't know if I should just hold off on doing this. Self-promo games. And they just include some screenshots here. Top of the last month. Yeah, I saw this person's thing. This is actually a different account than posted on the other one, I think. Huh. People don't just post like Steam links, do they? Yeah, people do some pretty cool stuff. That's also pretty cool. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look at that one person's post that had like this, for example. This is a video of their game. And that's it? Where's the link? Oh, they put a link in that thing. Okay. STS2 was made with Godot? Yeah. Yep. Love your game. So excited to play the full version. Well done. Thanks. Thanks. And re-up. Why haven't you click the pencil next to where it showed release in a bubble and the pencil next to it? I would change the pencil next to it being released, because there are pencils here for probably like which platforms or which custom flare. Oh yeah. Hey Ski. And hey Chappie. Yeah, thank you. Everyone's been really supportive. Like my phone is filled with notifications that I haven't had a chance to go through yet. The people who've reached out. Okay. Yeah. Let's make the Godot post. Where's the post button? There it is. Image and video. So title. Should I just say the same thing? I just launched my casual town management game, Skeleseller. Yeah, I don't think you can save drafts of image posts. I think it's only for text posts. Yeah. Maybe that's the right thing to do then. Just save the draft as a text. Did I just delete everything I had? Save the draft as a text post and then just upload the trailer tomorrow. That way I don't need to do anything special. You're editing it wrong. Yeah. I'm aware I'm doing that now. Although I was inadvertently doing it before. Okay. Yeah, so let's update the draft of that. That's pretty good. So I would need to change this to... Is this the same thing? Okay, so copy text, change to images and video. Drag, where is it? This. Okay. Okay, then same thing for Godot. So let's start by just copying everything over. Here we go. Flare has to be self-promo. Yep, looks good. Add. And set it to this. Hello, r/Godot. I see who's making this, a laid back time. Oh yeah, that's right. I mentioned the VODs for this. Yeah. I delete this stuff about whatever. Yeah, great. Okay. So I made the whole, well, I made almost the entirety of the game while live streaming on Twitch. VODs here. Live streaming, how about that? So if you want, oh yeah, and I made my notes public. That was the other thing. Yeah, and I made a whole notebook. This is the value I can provide for these people. How do you link to a folder though? You can't. Can I? Maybe I can do that. No. Aw, man, that's too bad. So I just have to link to here. Is this link to Twitch? It does. And during that time, I took a crazy number of notes. Crazy amount of notes. Look in the Godot game engine folder. Can you link to the first file? I could, but then they're going to think like, why do I care about exporting builds? They might not see the thing on the side. I was using C#, and yeah. I use C# for the development and have some C# specific notes in there too. Cool. All right. Skeleseller has a free demo, 30 minutes of content if you want to give it a shot. Also, I arranged sheet music for this. Cool. Yeah. I don't think it'd be a non sequitur if, like, good news, bad news is a very common flow to present two pieces of information that contrast with one another. I think saying the good news is it doesn't follow this is like, oh, that's a selling point, haha, and it's custom to the subreddit. But then there's an expectation that there's bad news. I think it works. Either way, I don't know if like optimizing Reddit posts is going to be super important. Even if it gets a lot of upvotes on the incremental games subreddit, it might not like sell a lot from it. I don't know. We'll see. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yeah. So are we all set here? I think we are. Yeah. So save draft of this. Hopefully we can have 2 drafts. Let's go find out. We can. Nice. Make Godot post live. Copy text, change to images and video. Paste text as markdown. And drag this to the post. Cool. Hey, Fasa. Make sure to have a command with a Reddit post in the stream tomorrow so viewers can help upvote. So it's against the Reddit to ask for upvotes. I don't think I'm going to probably even link to the post. I'll just let whatever organic traffic happen. And we'll just see how it goes. All right, so I do also want to save this over here. I should also probably preview that. Okay, so I have the flare, I have all that other stuff. I'm going to leave that there. Next up would be GitHub issues. You answer what the cost would be? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I typed it in chat as a command. There you go. All right, so now we can close out of these things. Didn't know that, yeah. I like the improved suffix. Beats final 2 in favor of final improved even more. Never thought I'd make another trailer. What happened to 15? Also, hello? Hello, question mark. What happened to 15 is enough people said that they didn't like bone mode that I thought it's not worth, it's not worth keeping the price of the game the same. I think some people will still like it, and I think some people just need their expectations changed a little bit. Like, I can totally see a casual gamer out there still having fun with it. But, yeah, I think they need to be casual. Whereas I feel like story mode appeals more to the less casual crowd than bone mode does. Link is up. Vote, please, in your next election. Yeah, even Valve apparently says, like, don't ask for positive reviews. So I want to be very careful about what I say. So tomorrow I want to say, like, just review the game. And I'm being 100% transparent about this to say that if you feel strongly negatively about the game, also review the game. I'm not saying don't review if you have a negative review. I want to learn and get better at everything that I'm doing. And all I need are reviews on Steam tomorrow to help push the game. All right, any other GitHub issues that we have that we can look through? Because we are running out of time. This is done. Low priority tasks that are basically impossible to mess up. Translation, I'm not doing this. Consider vibe coding a Discord bot to alert us about Skeleseller streams. I'm not doing this either. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to bother with the other incomplete tasks at this point. They're, as the title of the issue suggests, they're not high priority. There we go. Hey, Semper, can I send GitHub for a review? You'd like it maybe? No, sorry. Unless, I don't know, like, is it a joke or something? Like, I'm, yeah, I guess it depends on what's the context, because I'm like running out of time before launch. Well, first time chatter, but they have been following for, what, a year and a half or something? 2 years almost. Code map for AI agents AI. Is it a joke? Like, is it for the sake of a review, for the sake of a joke, for the sake of information? I mean, I guess you could just link it. I don't totally understand the relevance. Hope your upcoming launch goes well. Thanks, Southpaw. I don't actually know what bone mode is. Is there a quick summary of it? The quick summary is it's a very casual roguelite mode. So in story mode, you play for 4 to 5 hours. It's linear. In bone mode, there is a lot of randomization, and it's maybe like 20 minutes per scenario. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Information may be helpful. I mean, I don't need it, but if you want to link it for chat, yeah. That's fine. I don't mind non-malicious links in chat. All right, finalize the itch page. Have we done this? I don't think I've done this. Update the copy. It should still mention a demo. Page will be the fully released version. Mention the game doesn't check for updates. Version. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Need to switch the app to paid. Modify this. I did that already. And I think I did this. And I did this. I worked on that stuff yesterday, I think. Set a 15% sale. It should be a 10% sale now. Okay, let's go update this whole thing. Looking for a new monitor? You put a question mark, so it sounds like you're selling one to us. But should I do ultra wide or multiple monitors? I've heard really good things about people who use ultra wide monitors for development. I've never tried one, so I can't personally comment. I like multiple monitors. I think it's really important as a streamer, but you're probably not a streamer. But I like having chat on one monitor and OBS, and then just what you see on the other monitor. So I think that's nice. Also, having a monitor that is like a standard resolution for you all to see is also pretty nice. Do you have to tell Steam that you used AI if one sprite was like 20% made with AI? I don't know. I filled out whatever the AI content thing was back then. And I have an AI disclosure on Steam and on itch, actually. You hate it for gaming? Huh. It might depend on what kind of games you play. Like, I hear for racing games, it's really nice. And I assume for first-person shooters, it can be cool. Probably because it's more like your real peripheral vision and not like a 2D plane mapped version of your peripheral vision. Hey, who cares? I don't do vertical. I just do the horizontal ones. Okay, so what do we got here? I've got the price set to $9.99. Skeleseller will launch on this. Until then, this page is just for the demo. So let's try to mimic the Steam page that we have here. Do you have to say what assets are part of the game as AI? I'm not sure. On itch you do. On Steam, I don't recall. But like I said, I've got the AI disclosure on here too. I didn't put it on the page. I didn't want to localize it. But yeah, here. Did this get awards? What is this? What are those 4 ribbon things? Are they just emojis? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of neat. Um, yeah, anyway, I made a document saying all this stuff. I get Steam points. Wait, so I'm getting these on my developer account? I don't use this account to play games. What do I do with these points? Can I cash them out for yachts? Can I get a Gabe Newell yacht? Hey, Joseph. I hope you have a successful launch. Cakes did amazing, and now you can continue to make games. I hope the same with you. You're the type of people that we want making games for a living. Thanks, Joseph. Cash them out for chocolate. Oh man, imagine if you could do that. It'd be fantastic. By the way, for anyone else who wants to get in on this, we are taking, well, not bets, just guesses. There's nothing on the line. There's nothing you can win. So you can guess how many sales you think I'll get within the first like 24 hours. Again, just read the info tab before you ask questions, because probably your question is answered in here. But yeah, if anyone else wants to guess, feel free. Can I buy a yacht with Adam hats? If you find the right sucker who's willing to buy your account, yes. Someone wrote 1, someone wrote -3. So, I mean, that's not even the lowest number on here. Metal Storm, is that your guess? Because if so, that's the highest one. Is that your actual guess? I know it's a meme number. I just might as well. Okay. Hey, if you end up being right, I'll be very happy. I'll be the happiest. I'll be much happier than you are for having guessed correctly, that's for sure. It feels wrong for you to guess. It does, and yet you should. I guessed first so that I wouldn't be biased by other people. Also, this is not really based on a whole lot, just to be clear here. And if other people want, I'm not going to change people's guesses. D-Boy guesses 3,500. Yeah, if you want to know the wish list we're up to right now, if that'll help inform your guess, we are at a little over 17,000. We got 1,000 today. 1480. Can I get 1490? Can I get 1490? Anyone in chat? Toss up some bones. Brad's Game Devs, 1,700. Neochromer, 3,000. Deller, 1481. Crucials, 2,300. Ferret Light Bulb, 9,001. Ultramark, 2,150. La Pazuki, 1,482. Sure feel bad for Deller. Oh, Galaxy Inferno? Get all your guesses in while I record this in the worst possible way. Hey, Sunset. Did I miss somebody in chat? I don't think so. I have to keep track of the number and not buy the game if it gets close. But on the flip side, if it's lower than this, then you're forced to buy the game. In fact, you might be forced to buy hundreds of copies of the game. Is there an average for all those? Yeah, if you just select them all and then click average, it says 5,600, but you probably should reject the -3. But I'm not doing that. Hazel Blamus. All right, anyway, there we go. What are the numbers? Take a look at the today command. And please don't ask another question unless you've taken a look at the info section. You're totally fine if you want to abstain from this, but I don't want to get like 700 repeat questions, and I've gotten a lot of those today. I'm not changing people's numbers either. Am I excited? I'm very excited, yeah. We've been working on a lot of last minute stuff. I'm just going to look through the GitHub issues now, and yeah, where we left off here was getting the itch page to be updated. So let's take a look. Might break Steam. That's true. If it shows as -3 in case he wins. God, that would be hilarious. Because I don't know how many things would have to go wrong for that to happen. So does this text match? Your dream was to be an adventurer. You were out questing one day when you encountered a poisonous snake. You won the fight handily, but the poison started wearing you down. You headed to the nearest town, but with no antidote actually there for sale, you died. Okie dokie. You come back as a skeleton. You decided that your fate should never beset another adventurer. Unfortunately, your adventuring career With your adventuring career behind you, you need to recruit others to gather loot for you. Hire adventurers, send them to battle, acquire loot, and sell. Use the gold you get to upgrade your town and adventurers. At this point, I probably should have just diffed the text, but I haven't done that, so let's just keep reading. Skeleseller is laid back and casual. There's nothing to rush you in the game, so take things at your own pace. Experiment. You can change adventurer skills for free. Also bucks the trend of traditional idle games. I don't think people are going to read this section. While most of the game is automated, you'll perform high-level actions like that. Great, cool. Okay, patch notes are only posted there. Good. Will you do a sales react stream? I guess you have to so we can verify the numbers. So here's what my plan is for tomorrow. It's to probably like look at sales occasionally, but guesses will be closed and the final count is done on Wednesday. So I don't think I'm going to do a reveal because I think we'll just be looking at them as they happen, which is a little bit surreal. Yeah. Hey, Rob. Want to say congrats on almost releasing the game. Definitely buying it. Thank you. Thank you for both things. What do you think about adding a big feature last minute just for lulz? I think let's do that. Let's add Pong. The workers can play tennis on the forest floor. Isn't it better to just not look? I don't know. I guess if I get like progressively more depressed as I'm watching, maybe. I'm not sure. Now you're making me second guess myself, Dark. The sales numbers don't update for the first 24 hours? Oh. Well, that's fine as long as they're updated at night. Yeah, maybe I won't take a look then until Wednesday. I'm not sure. Also, I'm not sure if they'll update at like midnight UTC or something. Yeah. Is this your first release? No, this is my second major release. The first one is Botland, but that's no longer playable. And Fair, thanks for the resub. Hyped for launch. I'm hyped too. I'm very hyped. I hope I can sleep tonight. All right, what else do I have to do? I should technically modify this animated ping because I think GIFs work now and this looked kind of ugly. I don't know if I want to do that. Mention the game doesn't check for updates. Yeah, I should probably mention all that down here. Maybe some... do this. Updates. The game does not currently check for updates itself. Need to compare. Actually, should I... How should I do this? I could version all of the releases that I do. I mean, I version the releases of the game, but you'd have to compare them to what's on itch. I guess if you're going to do that, can't you just compare when you downloaded the file? Maybe I just shouldn't mention anything. Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to... Yeah, I probably just shouldn't mention anything. Hey, Devil Kid. Okay, I will get your guest down. The Devil Kid. What time does it launch? It launches at 9 a.m. my time, which I have a post here with the localized times for everybody. So if anyone loads this up on Discord, which by the way, if you're not in the Discord, I know Galaxy Inferno is, but if anyone isn't and wants to join it, there's the link. It's the second one there. And then if you just read this text, it should be localized to your time zone. So time remaining should say 18 hours for everybody. In fact, I don't know why. Why does that need to be localized? I guess it doesn't need to be localized. It just needs to be, oh, because it's got a tooltip. Never mind. I was going to say it needs to be made dynamic. One look and the shock is a good clip and content. Cake's got so many views. Well, I think Cake's got a lot of views from that because it was a very wholesome reaction. It wasn't just, oh, look, I found my sales number and I had a surprised look on my face. It was like a tender, loving moment between him and his wife. And I think it was really nice. And I keep joking about staging that. not that my wife wouldn't probably react the same way, but I think it'd be funny to directly copy that video and try to recreate it and say it in German to my wife as well. Like inspect element on the page. Just for laughs. But I think it would come off the wrong way. Like if you understand that I'm the kind of person to prioritize April Fools every year, you'd probably take it the right way. But if you don't understand that, you'd be like, he's making a mockery of us all. I don't want that. All right, so I don't think I should do this. I don't think it's worth doing this. People probably wouldn't read it, and if they did, then they would probably just know to check the creation time of the files on their machines. Update copy on the itch page. Yeah, so that's done. Set the sale and then mark the status released. Yeah. So I think we're good here. Let's take a look at the page. So now the page makes it sound like this has been launched. Does it still say demo in the title? No, just says Skeleseller. Okay, downloadable game for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Got the trailer. This is the new trailer, right? Oh my God, this is the old trailer? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, my bad. I should have updated this like weeks ago. Yeah, I want this trailer there. Glad I'm taking a look at this. Yeesh. Save. Okay, now let's look at the page again. Yeah, here's the new one. You can tell because the video Chrome doesn't cover the text. Why is it dark all of a sudden when I'm looking at an embedded full screen video? Since when does that happen? Or is it the overlay of... Ah, I see. That doesn't happen on a video on YouTube. When it's full screen and you're hovering over it, it doesn't darken it. But I guess the embedded player does. Okay, that's fine. All the screenshots have been updated, right? Yep. Cool. Okay, we got all the right copy there, which I just read through the whole thing. This has an extra space, which we should delete. And what about this link? Cool. Credits, AI disclosure, Discord, all looks good. More information. Average session, a few minutes. I don't know about that. Okay, so let's edit this one more time and delete that blank space. There, save. Hey, Coda Beard. Just dropping by to say good luck with the release. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I'm going to jump into the stream tomorrow. If I can't, then best of luck. Don't forget me when you enjoy your 5-star marbled Wagyu filet, crab legs, burgundy truffle, and Pinot Noir. All right, take care, Ramy. Have a wowie evening. What channel is the Skeleseller launch time in? It's in the news channel or in the, I think general I answered it too, but I haven't looked at general to see if it's been buried by other messages. My guess is 350 factorial. Okay, gotcha. I'll write you down for the largest number that anyone has ever guessed. Cool. Macaroni 00 is in 1996. Cool. Did you set up UTM links to understand where traffic is coming from? No. Probably should have. Oh, Latasio wants to guess as well. All right. Welcome in. And you guessed 1650. Wait, Franken, did you guess? No, you didn't guess. 1723. And is that a 0 in your name or an O? 0. Okay. Okay, remember, you're running out of time to guess, people, if you want to. You don't have to. And remember, there's no prize for this. But I'm probably going to stop streaming in like an hour or two. So there's still some time. But it runneth out. Started meowing to ask for snacks and they tell you sorry you're not in the credits. What if that caught on like crazy? Oh, Rafferty, I already got you. You're in there already. Hey, Tim. I don't have a Braum. Yeah, okay, cool. How many wish lists so far? It's just over 17,000, I think. Let's close out of these things. I think that's done for now. Oh, I got to set the sale. Okay, Ahmed, I will get your thing. Here, you guessed 2663. Gotcha, you're on the list. Yesterday was 15K. Yesterday, I think it was 16,000. Like it started at 15,000 yesterday, but then we've been getting about 1,000 per day. So yeah, we got about 1,000 today. Yesterday, we got 830. Yeah. 2048, please. $29.2048. Okay. What's the sale price? It is $10. It's actually $9.99. I probably should be more specific in there, huh? All right, I'm gonna modify this. Ecom price $9.99. Hey, that penny is important. It's a 0.1% discount. Xyletics thinks it's going to be much higher. I don't see your name on this to prove that, Xyletics. So I don't think you do think it's going to be much higher. 9,000. Yeah, it was originally going to be $15. And then a bunch of people said they didn't like bone mode. And I was like, well, can't do anything about it now. So let's just lower the price of the game. All right, Xyletics, here. I'll kick you off. Here are the first two columns. Now you just fill in the third column. Obviously, it's greater than 2,000, but what? A bunch of people have bad taste. It's the roguelike mode, yeah. All right, I'm not going to put Xyletics on the spot. Is this Price is Right rules? No. Check out the info section of this. It explains everything. Because it's also not clear what you're guessing just from sales. Like, what number is it? 5722. Okay. Goo. All right. So we got to go set a sale on itch. Let me do this off screen really fast because I don't know what's going to show up here. Not that I'm really that protective of anything. Create a new sale or bundle. How does this work? Title, Skeleseller launch sale. Start date. 9 a.m. Let's do 8:59 a.m. or 58 a.m. just to make sure that it's timed correctly. And end date should be 1 week after. I picked Tuesday. Okay, 9 a.m. Actually, probably 8:50. 7 days and a minute. Yeah. What percentage off? 10%. Or, let's reverse it and make it 100% more expensive. Yeah, that's probably smart. All right, description of sale. Celebrating the launch of Skeleseller with its very first sale. Skull, money. No, I'm not going to type a bunch of emojis. Game, choose the projects. Select Skeleseller. Sale conditions. You can restrict who has access. Coupon code. Earnings goal. I don't need an earnings goal. If I say that the sale is public, what does that do? Because the game's not actually launched yet. I don't know. Let's just try and see what happens. Okay, that seems like a dumb idea. Maybe not. I don't know. What shows up on the page? Nothing. But there's no buy button yet. Yeah, there's no buy button. Hey, Katie. Am I streaming tomorrow before launch? Yeah, but probably not too long before launch. And hey, Arias. I had mine a month on itch for early access launch. Didn't sell one copy. Yeah. I think generally your game will do better on Steam than on itch. What time is launch? It is 18 hours from now. Yeah. In fact, I don't know why I had to figure that out. It's written right here. Yeah, 18 hours from now. Some of the descriptions on Steam and itch should focus a bit more on combat. So just to be clear, all the Steam ones have already been localized. So if I were to change them, I need to get them in 5 different languages. So yeah. I don't think I'm gonna update those. Now, you could argue that I could do them at least for English, but even then it's like I don't know if it's worth it. What are my predictions? I've got my prediction in the first line here. 2222. Obviously, I hope it does better than that. But we got, what would that even work out to be? By tomorrow, we'll probably have like 17,500. So that would be like a 13% conversion on day one. I have no idea if that's good or bad or what. No idea. Hey, Raimu. 13531. Nice. Katie, you want to get in on this? Xyletics is not going to get in on this. Okay, well, take your time. What's the price for guessing right? You mean, oh, the prize? I was gonna say I'm not gonna charge you. There is no prize. Is this first day sales? Yeah, take a look at everyone should just take a look at the info thing here because it's got the answers to everyone's questions in these like just 3 lines basically. In fact, I'll leave them on the screen for now. How about that? That way people don't need to load it up themselves. How many people wish listed this? About 17,000. Yeah, if you're right, you have to buy 10 gifted copies for chat. Exile. Excuse me. Okay, so I am going to take a break. So anyone guessing now, I probably won't see your message. So I'll be back in just a little bit, and then we'll carry on with some other tasks. Is it jump time? Is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, hello again, everybody. We got a lot of people playing that time. 16. Close the game. Okay, so I did happen to see a couple of people who posted these ahead of time. So let's get Arixa and Shine. There. Oh, wait, your guess changed, Shine? Okay, I'll allow it. JJJ. 4, 5, 6, 7. Sounds good. And yeah, I've seen this on Impress.games. I still don't know really what to expect. Rensu wants to get in on the action. 83, 4433. Yeah, minus 200. Don't ask again in another minute. It's going to be 1900. Okie dokes. We're done with that. Done. And market released. I'm going to say this is pretty much finished. Yeah. I'll do the rest of the tasks tomorrow. Or no, I'll actually launch the game tomorrow, but I've done the other ones that are important. Other ones being tasks. Oh, didn't remember the number. Okay, well, you're welcome to change it to the old number if you want, but no other numbers at this point. Price. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Price, probably how much buzz there was, how much, just anything, how recent maybe some of the wish lists were. Like if you wish listed it yesterday and then it came out, you're probably like, yeah, I probably want to get this game. It's fine. Okay, yeah. Was it hard getting used to that keyboard layout? For coding, yes. For English, no, not really. But yeah, coding is kind of crazy on this. Going to 3240. Okay. 3240. Thank you, Shine. Yeah. I'm excited. You know, I feel a bunch of things. I've actually been talking to my wife about a lot about this stuff, which is that there is a whole mix of emotions. There's some stress, some excitement, some relief that this is happening tomorrow, and yet I feel like that's not the end of things still. There's, I don't know, some other things that probably aren't worth going into. I'm a bit disappointed, I guess, in how Bone Mode was reviewed so far. Do you recommend it? I think it's great. So here's what I would recommend it for. Hang on one second. 3, 2, 1. Here's what I'd recommend it for. If you like the idea of very little hand movement, like you've seen me type now on this and you can continue to see me type, and as I move around the operating system or type numbers or something like that, it's like you practically never see my hands move. It's just my fingers here. I don't need to like move over to a backspace key or move to arrows or something like that. Every once in a while a cat appears on the keyboard. So I like it for that. I think if you have hand pain or hand strain, it might help with that stuff, but it can also potentially help with efficiency. I say potentially because it all depends on what you're doing, and it can take up less desk space too. Hey Corpsey, thank you very much. Hope we get the 36 whatevers. Oh boy. It's just closest guessed. Yeah. What was the biggest obstacle in this journey for you? Hard to say biggest. The first thing that comes to mind is just the amount of iteration. Like, if you look back at the game design, it's very clear. Well, this is pretty much true in any game. It's very clear what works and what doesn't work. And ideally, we got to a place where almost everything works. But, I mean, Bone Mode might be a different story. So now you look at the game. Waiting for it to load. And you look at something like the garbage slime. Like, this was a great addition to the game, both thematically and mechanically. It's a cute little slime. It's great. It's a nice introduction to Skeleseller. It's always happy. And mechanically, you feed it items, and it pays you a different amount based on how hungry it is. It's got some perks here. It's relevant in the early game and the late game. It was like a good design decision for Skeleseller. If you were to remake this game and just copy everything I had done, you would probably code this in a very short amount of time. But coming up with this as a solution, the manifestation of this, we'd originally talked about having like a druid in the forest that would disenchant your items or something. It's like thematically, yeah, it works, but it's not as cute as this. for the game. So everything that went into the game had that same level of like, is this the best? How does this work? What is this going to do for players? What is this that's happening here? Oh, that's always happened. I was like, there better not be a new issue right now. The amount of pets I have to give Abby on stream. What if it's -3? Any other issues? Oh, wait, what? Is this assigned to Kevin? Oh, from a while ago, probably. Post-launch issues we can tackle. We fixed those. Make achievements for adding objectives. I think I'm going to close this for now. Yeah. I don't think the gold medal achievement is a good idea, given what people have said about bone mode for now. All right, so let's just close this. Any plans to celebrate the launch? Nice dinner? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mentioned I'm going to go to a sushi place that we really like. So yeah, it's going to be a celebration thing. I've never been to Fogo de Chao, though. They have a location in Bellevue as well. Best of luck with the launch. Thanks, Smith. Aside from maintenance and possible expansion updates for Skeleseller, any thoughts about your next project? Yeah, I already know what the next project's going to be, barring any like crazy happenings. I mean, I guess everything I ever say about a plan is barring any crazy unforeseen happenings, right? I could get an emergency accident or something like that. I haven't talked too much about it. I will probably design it on stream. If I design it on stream, I'm almost certainly going to develop it on stream. But yeah, there is a lot that's up in the air about that game. But I'll announce, you know what, I should just make a command. Written on this date. So Adam knows what the next game idea will be, but hasn't talked about it too much yet. He's probably going to design it on stream. He wants to see how Skeleseller does first. Then he wants to take a break regardless of how it did. Then probably get started on the new game. Very rough. ETA, assuming Skeleseller isn't an astounding success. Probably like June. Yeah. 2-day break. Can you imagine? Am I doing this full time? Yeah. This cat is so soft. All right. Anything else we have here that we can really do yet? Just what's in fully launch the game. Make sure the version that I launch is at least 1.0.0. Demo should ideally match the release version. If there are still planned features, localization, we should consider putting a roadmap. Maybe that cheapens the game overall. I don't even think there are planned features or anything. Make sure Spanish and Italian are checked for the Steam store page. Don't click on stream. Okay, let's do this off screen. Spanish and Italian. French, Italian, German, Spanish, Portuguese. Yeah, nice. But what did I click? I clicked release. It should all be checked for the demo too, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, perfect. All right. I'd be surprised if I'd mess that up. But hey, this is a checklist. Doesn't necessarily mean I have to do anything. Just verify. Is eating at the sushi restaurant included? If not, it should be added. Enjoy sushi besides server. I don't know. That's happening regardless. Also, that's more on personal time than stream time. Curious if you're open to work on a project with other people or you prefer the benefit of working alone. Oh, just to be clear, Skeleseller was with other people. I prefer working with people. And that's another thing that's up in the air is what do I need in terms of like assets, in terms of help, in terms of, I don't know, anything. We'll talk about probably all that stuff on stream. So you're not working on Skeleseller after launch? It all depends on how it does. So the launch tomorrow, it represents a full game. It's not early access. There are no features that I wanted to do but couldn't get to. I'm not like necessarily looking for feedback. People will have feedback. That's a certainty. But it's not like, well, I'm kind of iffy about this. I'm just going to launch, or I ran out of money, or this is early access. It's none of that stuff. It's like, this is a full version 1 of a game. So am I going to work on it after launch really does depend on how it does, like what the pain points are. Like I said, I don't think bone mode is being received well, so I would probably want to spend some time on that. But like, I don't want to spend 8 months on it unless the game is doing so well that it's going to justify putting in that time. Something to consider here, and I have talked about this quite a lot, so I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but I spent 2 years of full-time work. There were lots of other people involved. And like, the game has to make some amount of money to be worth it for me to keep working on it. Because otherwise, let's say you made 100 sales, and let's say that's all you're ever going to make. Maybe it could climb to like 105 sales at most. If you work on the game for another 3 months to try to get like 5 more sales, it's like you got paid less for just the 100 sales you got originally. It's just not a big enough number to justify it. And I'm not only doing this for the money or anything, but I also would find it more fun to work on a new game at this point. I don't want to just abandon Skeleseller, but it's not like it's an incomplete game that's on, its last legs or something. It's hot off the presses. It doesn't need new content necessarily. I think it's still fun. Any resources for learning Godot game development? I think their Getting Started guide is what I would highly recommend if you're new to it. Getting Started Godot. Yeah, this is great. It's not very many pages. It's 6 of them. Nodes and scenes is really important. Stuff like creating your first script is not, I mean, if you've used scripting and stuff before, this will still teach you how to do it the Godot way, but you'd probably figure a lot of stuff out by reading the documentation. But yeah, I think it's a really good guide. Beyond that, I think it depends on what you want to learn. Probably you'll learn a lot by just trying to make a game and then learning things as you come up with problems in that game. Launch tomorrow, Skeleseller. Lunch tomorrow, sushi. Actually, I don't know what lunch is going to be, but dinner's going to be sushi. Next game, 2D or 3D, it'll be 2D. Wonder how the numbers would look like without the marketing. Yeah, I wonder too. These are the kinds of things you can never go back in time and find out. And I don't think I'd want to do it without the marketing. I think it's just risking too much. Sarah, what are you looking for exactly? Just found your channel a couple of weeks. Shame I couldn't follow the progress sooner. So I'm not at all trying to say that you should do this, but there are some people who have gone back and watched VODs to catch up to the present day, even though that's a monumental task. I don't know how much they enjoyed the process, but I've got 5,000 hours of VODs from the Botland days and like 2,000 hours of VODs from the Skeleseller days. So if you want to watch me develop the game pretty much from the beginning, you could go through this whole list. Unfortunately, it does not have Twitch chat there until maybe like halfway through. Yeah, I render it now like above my head, but before that, you just had to guess what I'm responding to. Multiplexer, is the game going to be available on Linux? Yeah, and if you want to see if it'll work for you, you can take a look at the demo, which is already, whoops, that doesn't work. Hang on, sorry. There you go. You can take a look at the demo. It's already on Steam, and it's already available on Linux. It works pretty well on a Steam Deck too. Yeah, if you want to catch up on the development in general and not watch a ton of videos, this is the video to watch. This one's about 30 minutes, and it covers the entirety of the game's development from start to finish pretty much. Well, start till whenever this video was, which is what, January 29th. Yeah, so this is what the game looked like in Checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 1 was even more basic. This is after about a month of game development. And then you scroll ahead to like, what does it look like now? I mean, most of you have seen the game, but yeah, it looks a lot better. The UI looks better. Even here, we didn't have the final town menu UI. No, I don't think mobile is going to happen probably. If the game does so phenomenally well, if it sells like $5 million or something, yeah, I'd probably port it to mobile. But honestly, even like if it made 500,000, I probably would not port it to mobile. I just don't think mobile is going to be easy, fun, or easy to market. I mean, I said easy twice there, but easy to develop, easy to market, or fun to do in any way. I don't think it's going to be fun. Like to buy 5 copies of the game for you to give away during stream tomorrow. Is this something you and I could work out since I can't just buy keys? Let me know. I I think this is very nice. This is something that I don't want to reveal their identity if they don't want to reveal, but someone else in chat also offered to do. I was debating on whether I would do my own giveaway, and I wouldn't want to cheapen other people's giveaways by being like, okay, here are keys that I'm just, clicking generate and I get for free. And now here are ones that somebody else generated by paying their hard-earned money for. So I appreciate it, but I do not know how I would fit this in. So yeah, I don't know. And I thought about it for the prior person who asked, and I had some like interim suggestion, but even that was kind of confusing. And we just opted that they'd buy the game for their friends, basically. Oh no. I see you changed your name back, by the way. If I watch this, I'll also miss the streams for the new game. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you should watch all of them, but if, I don't know, if there was any like major moment you want to see, use Flutter, you'd be able to release to many platforms. I think Flutter's more for web dev stuff, right? For game dev, you would typically use an engine. Also, the problem with releasing on mobile is not that the engine doesn't support it. The problem with releasing on mobile is that Skeleseller is not made for a mobile form factor. So if we look at something like this UI is laid out this way. If this were in web dev world, you'd have a responsive UI where once you shrink this enough, it changes looks entirely. Like for mobile, it need to be laid out very vertically, or I guess you could play the game in landscape mode and maybe lay it out in landscape. But like this doesn't fit. None of this fits. And even just the concept of having like battles running, this on its own, this is a very core part of the desktop game because you have enough space to move these windows around or to shrink them if you want to and put them somewhere. On mobile, this would already take up like most of your screen. Like there. Now what can you see? So that's one of the biggest hurdles for mobile, I think. I think the other big hurdle is that mobile game players do not expect to pay like $5 for a mobile game and just have fun with it. They'd probably want to check in here and there. They'd probably want to save like every 2 minutes or something. I just don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be easy to make a mobile version of this. And I don't really want to, like I said. Yeah. All right, so I don't think there's anything else here except maybe this. Make sure we launch a new demo version. That I got to do now, pretty much. Yeah, we should do this stuff right after this. Anything else? Post a major news update. Tag everyone. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I should probably write that message soon. Write message to people on each Discord server. Are the sales figures that would make you reconsider? I'm not sure what that word was supposed to be. Oh, are there some sales figures that would make you reconsider the mobile version? I think it'd be a fun, chill mobile game. Okay, I mean, okay, let's say I had them. Let's say it was $1 million. And let's say that I make a mobile version. How much money do you think a mobile version would pull in if I price it at like $3 in a US market? Because it'd have to have a lot of sales. And I just don't think many people want to play or want to pay money for something like this. I could make a demo version too. And then how long would it take to even do this? I don't really see it panning out. Maybe at best I could like ask some company to port it for me. But yeah. Aren't they typically supported by microtransactions? Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. I don't want microtransactions to be in Skeleseller. So I would want to make a game that's a one-time purchase. But how do you convince an audience that is not used to that sort of thing? You have to change the whole game. Yeah. Which, like I say, that's why I don't think I'd do it. Now, with that said, there's like a gap between that. It's not just desktop straight to mobile. The middle part of that could be consoles. So like, could I target the Switch 2 or something? Yeah, that's probably a lot easier. It's still a lot of work, but I think mobile would be hard. It's just difficult. Yeah, I read how many hours to the launch. I think it's like 17. I'm just approximating because my brain is fried and I'm not going to spend the brain bandwidth to do that right now. But yeah, like 17 hours, something like that. All right, anything else? May want to add some watermarks to assets, code, etc. Something that you press a hidden shortcut and it shows who made the game. I don't think we need to do that. Do any remaining marketing blasts. Consider rating people who play Skeleseller. Is anyone even playing it right now? I'm not about to end the stream, but... Oh, hey, nice. This is a Brazilian person who's playing. I'd love to raid them. They mostly stream on YouTube, so they're probably on YouTube right now with a lot more viewers. But the problem is that would make them probably get split between wanting to speak English and Portuguese. And I don't want to make either audience feel like, oh, I'm kind of out of place for being here. And they're playing the Portuguese version, I assume. Have you started planning your April Fools? Yeah, I've got it planned. I don't know if I have the time to make it a reality. I don't think mobile or console gamers typically buy these types of games. I might be wrong though. Yeah, I think this one's maybe a little different because it's not as idle. But yeah, I do think desktop was the right market choice. All right, anything else? Put the OST on YouTube. I still have to do that at some point. Maybe we could work on that on Wednesday. Put the OST on YouTube. I don't want anyone else uploading it. Also, I always plan to make it free. It's not like that's a knee-jerk reaction. Battle map looks bad after changing the scale. Yeah, I don't think those things are really problems. This is already fixed by other stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go tackle the next thing, which was writing the messages to people on Discord. Actually, I could do that as I'm doing these things. Yeah, by the way, is there anyone who is intrigued by Skeleseller but doesn't plan to buy it? This is kind of a weird question to ask. Also, this does not need to be an exhaustive thing. If anyone says yes, that's fine. I just need there to be one person. I don't think you'd have to change much aside from the UI though, right? I don't know if figures to back this up, but I think mobile single player games still do pretty well. I think there's still the whole expectation minefield to wade through. Got to go to bed. Good luck with the launch. We'll check in tomorrow. All right, take care, Shine. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying the demo and I'm not sure if it's for me. Okay, so Katie or Taras, would one of you have time in the next like 8 hours to potentially play the game a bit? Because I wanted to share a launch key with somebody just to make sure I didn't like miss anything obvious. So you could play. I know it's weird to do a giveaway in this fashion. Like, hey, anyone who wanted to support me, I'm not giving you a free copy. But this is more for playtesting than for anything else. Anyway, let's run the rest of this stuff while I'm waiting on that. So format. All right, let's let that run. Oh, in that case, me. Sure, I'm developing on the side. Okay, yeah. I'll write myself a note. Reach out to Katie with a release key for Skeleseller. He doesn't mind helping playtest. Okay. Cool. And there's no like real expectation here, except that if you encounter any sort, sorry, Kat. If you encounter any sort of issue, that you let me know. That's the only like requirement of this. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Cool. Oh, yeah. Does it play in the summer? Teaching computer science? Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, nice, Andrew. Okay, so this got rid of some usings here. Anything else? Run state change check deleted in an argument? I'm kind of surprised about that. Run state change check. Wow, I'm surprised that it did that. The argument's not used, but it's still being passed in here, so this linter causes the code to just break. I mean, sure, we can delete it. What is this for? This is for the snakes. Yeah, I don't care about timing or anything. It doesn't really matter. This guy understand how businesses work. Man, I gave out fewer than 200 keys. I requested 400, and I didn't go through the first list of the 200 that I got. All right, we should make sure this still builds. Is there anything else that wasn't here? Move this. Using is unnecessary. Yeah, nice. That's it. Okay, so let's try running this. Should still work. Well, you never know. Maybe Katie has so much fun playing the game that she's like, you know what? I will buy this game. All right, so that's a snake buddy. In order to even get the snake buddy, we need to beat this. Look at him. There he is. Practically hear him hissing at the townsfolk. All right, cool. Run formatter. Yeah, I'll just say .NET format. I'll look it over one more time. There's nothing controversial here. I'm planning on not buying it as I don't hardly ever enjoy playing pixel art games. Yeah, so like I said, and that's totally fine. And I don't mind. I'm glad you answered honestly. The only obligation you'd have is if you play, report bad things, whatever the bad things are. As a like soft obligation, let me know what you thought of the game. So that's it. Hey, F. But yeah, the whole point of this is for playtesting. Art sucks, otherwise cool. Go in the pitchfork. I'll gut you, Adam. All right. So merge my branch. Let's go do that. I push this already? No. You deep fake this into a realistic game. Like every other frame, splice in a photorealistic skeleton. Pre-launch stuff. Only play games on my Galaxy Fold. Is that the double folding phone? That looks pretty cool. Snake doesn't have hat. Yeah, actually, that is one of the kind of bummers that we have. We have this line of text about having a snake with a hat, but the snake doesn't have a hat. Y'all see the DLSS 5 announcement? I only saw a headline. I didn't actually see what it was about. I mean, I'm guessing it's just better DLSS. I think I use deep learning super sampling on my Windows machine, but I'm too dense to tell how much of an effect it has. All right, I just want to look through the commit messages here. Achievement. I don't even remember the last time we pushed. Probably check what's tagged. Also, this cat is forcing me to sit in like the most uncomfortable way. It's worse. It turns faces into different faces. Huh. Okay, let's merge this. Completely changes the art style. Wow. I think it was April Fool. Like, well, we got enough money anyway. All right, so 11 issues. Watch this. Refresh. Down to just 8. I mean, ideally, we should be launching with 0. Although one of them is post-launch issues, right? And fully launch the game, we can probably just mark done now. There was nothing else here, right? What is this? Is this a video? PC Gamer. Yeah, I read this. I'm not gonna, doesn't matter. All right, so I will say I haven't completely finished everything from this list, but it's now on my main to-do list. And oh my God, I can't type anymore. And launch is in less than a day. Okay. All right, so merge done. Make sure to publish the final builds. Do I need to run that generator thing? I never looked at that. Also, why does that keep happening? No, that's working. I hope that's working fine. What branch? What commit is that pointing at? D4F. Translations. Is that here? D4F. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's run the translation update thing and hope that it doesn't do anything. Because I don't want to mess with this stuff. Project settings, global, no, localization, template, generate. Just clicking random buttons now. All right, so this should be a no-op. Perfect. And then the thing that's not a no-op is deleting a single string. So I'm going to run generate here. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to cut out the pre-launch message and nothing else. Well, it'll change line numbers. But yeah, the pre-launch message should be gone. Is that correct? Line numbers, line numbers, line numbers. Yep. Gigantic set of line numbers. Don't care about any of these. Is any of these actually a string? Nah, So many of these. I should just write a diff tool that just tells me the real changes that are in here. Ah, there it is. Yeah, you've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Please don't forget to wishlist Skeleseller. It should launch in March. Yeah, so this is deleted because the should launch in March is going to be a guarantee once this game is out. And that's all that should have changed everywhere. Shouldn't we see... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so like here's the German string for this. Okay. First 3 characters match. I mean, the likelihood of git commits matching more than, or sorry, of the first 3 characters of 2 git commits matching within like a week is practically 0. Because it's what? Oh, wait, is it hex? It might be hex. I think it is hex. Okay, so it's what? 1 out of 16 to the 3rd power, which is 0.02%. Yeah, it's practically 0. But also, I knew which other commits we had because I looked at this earlier. So in that particular case, the first 3 were enough. So we just got to make sure there are no changes to weblate, because I'm going to do this the cheapo way. Insights, history, comment resolved. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, we should be fine, right? Remove pre-launch string. All right, so commit this. Actually, let me read my notes because I don't remember this and I don't want to mess this up. Now is not the time to be doing things dangerously. Your workflow should be lock components in weblate, commit and push on weblate. Let's just do this. Yeah, there's no reason to risk this. All right, lock components. Done. Now there should not be any commits. There should be no changes whatsoever. Good. Sphere for ya. Thanks for the raid. Welcome everyone to the, how many hours? 17-hour countdown, I think. Yeah, 1 day left until Skeleseller comes out. I hope you had a good stream. There is a shout out for folks in my stream. If you're not already following Sphere, he's a developer. He develops things. Yeah, he's usually working on a bunch of like, I'd say zany projects. Not like so far out there, like solid engineering projects. 24-hour stream of bug fixes. No, actually, we've mostly just done some like pre-launch finalizations and marketing stuff, some like tiny little improvements. Yeah, but welcome everyone. Removes pre-launch string. Okay. I'm trying to follow this workflow that I've written down. Oh, by the way, you know what I forgot to show people is a feature that I added. Let me show this now. So originally, when you built the farm in the game, well, this is still the case, you get the extractor, but there's no lever on the side. So workers will not bring potions into the extractor. So if they go pick this up, they're going to bring it to the shop, and then you can bring it to the extractor. And that's all fine. That was never a problem. Everyone understood that. Then you'd get this perk, and people read extractor training, teaches your workers how to operate, and then they stop reading. They're like, oh my God, I want that. And unfortunately, they never get to the note at the bottom that says, click the lever on the side to control this behavior. So they don't even notice that the lever was added. So what I did is I added it such that the lever is off by default. It used to be on by default. And now this will do nothing until you click it. And there's a hand pointing to it. So like workers still won't bring it there. And you'll probably be confused and you'll be like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And then you'll see the hand. Click this and the hand goes away. So yeah, I added that as a nice little tutorial feature because there were a lot of people I ended up needing to tell about that. Now I hope that hand is obvious enough because I was thinking of like outlining it or something. It's kind of subtle, but it's not so bad. Like if you're zoomed out, you'd still see the motion, I guess. You'd also probably just be confused at why didn't that perk do anything? Then you'd realize, oh, hey, there's a lever here. That's not the game's fault. Read the note. I'm sorry, cat. She's got her paw on my hand. She wants me to just pet her. If it wasn't green or there was a path behind it, it'd be way easier to see. Yeah. Yeah. And some people do notice it, but now I think it should be easier. And I don't mind this. I did try outlining the hand briefly, but it ended up being more of a pain. So Yeah, I'm pointing from the upper left. I thought of doing 2, but if you haven't clicked this, then the exclamation mark will also kind of get in the way. Anyway, we'll see. At least this is something more than what was happening originally. So if this is still not visible, I can do more to improve it. But it's only a step up from what we had, which was nothing. Well, not nothing. I guess it was just that note in the, oh, hey, please go. I love you, cat, but you need to give me my legs back. Oh, thank God. Zoom camera over it. The thing is, people wouldn't have expected, like, they'd be looking over here. It would have zoomed the camera in the background, and they probably wouldn't notice, and then they just click and, like, go do something else anyway. Why not another exclamation mark? I just didn't think it would fit in this case. But yeah, we could do that. I don't know. This is what I opted for. I'm probably not going to change it now because we're so close to launch. And I spent a bunch of time testing it and like making sure everything was solid yesterday. But yeah, there's probably a better way to do it. Thanks, Captain Maths. Appreciate it. Okay, so commit and push, pull from your dev machine, make a new branch. Ah, yes, the part I was not about to do. Where's the translation file? Game submodule. CD translations. Already up to date. New branch translations, make changes. Cool. Then what? PR them through GitHub. Okay, publish branch. There we go. And merge. And then what? Switch back. And then unlock components in WebLate. Done. All right. That's why we follow the processes that we write. Now here what we can do, this is pointing at 704. And for mysterious sake, I'll say 704.5, which now is 4 characters, which further reduces the chance of this messing up. Although I already know it doesn't start with a D, and that's all that matters. Yeah, 704.5. That's good. Update translations submodule. Okay. Why don't you just do something else? Pause the game, zoom in the camera, add a tab, keep the hand, add 2 more hands. Oh man, I watched someone play on YouTube and they found the like sort of hidden feature that I added. For those who haven't seen this, I think it's pretty funny. How do I get this to happen? Skip tutorial. Yeah, here. If I turn this off. So this isn't going to be totally accurate to what people would see in the game. But yeah, someone was playing the game. They're just like, oh, I stumbled on this demo. It seemed good. Let's give it a shot. And they play through. They watch the intro. And then they get to the point where it says to build a guild. And some of you have probably already seen this here. But here's what happens. So it says, I've got the land for Skeleton. If only I had adventurers do battle, I need a guild. Yep. So if you don't click this for 25 seconds, then hands start appearing and pointing at this. And it's just kind of a snarky way of being like, this is how you proceed. But a lot of people do just get curious and they look around the map. And this guy saw this and just started laughing. And it's like, I think the game's trying to tell me something here. So I like those sorts of things. I think it's very funny. And he got a kick out of it too. But yeah, so the pause the game, zoom in the camera. I'm not beyond doing that. All right, so now we've got to publish the new builds, and we're going to publish these as version 1. So let's go do it. See my previous message, please. Are you playing in the next X amount of hours? It's 11 p.m. Oh, it's fine if you, like, would you be able to play in the morning? Because it's 11 right now. I'm launching in like 17 more hours. If you slept for 8 hours, that's silly 9 hours. I'm sure you have plans or something, but yeah, would you be able to play in the morning? You work from 6. Okay, so then someone else. Got it. I mean, you could have just said you'd quit your job, but fine. All right, 1.0.0. Wow. Let's do it. Yeah, call in sick. Jeez. You got a commitment to a streamer. I always hope no one's tuning in and they're like, man, this guy's full of himself. I am definitely kidding, everybody. It says developing an app that had a calendar in it. I needed an Easter egg. If you scroll to a specific date in the past, you'd see Nyan Cat instead of number. Oh, cool. Do you know if anyone ever found it? We can add at least one more map. Yeah. Have to do something about a skeleton. All right. Well, Taras, are you going to be free? Because you were the other person who said you might be. Would you want to play and give some feedback? Wait, did you actually flare? I'm curious about this. I've heard of all sorts of reasons why people joined the stream originally. One of the moderators here, everyone, he said that he joined because he saw me using a plugin that he made, and he just wanted to ask me about it, and then he ended up staying for a few years. How do I deliver feedback? Discord is the best way. Or I guess the stream. No, Discord's the best way. Yeah. And like, I'd say only message on Discord if it's urgent, so that I don't see a message saying like, oh, everything's fine. Like, you can always give me a report later, I guess, or on Twitch or something. Well, I wasn't saying to stream this, just to be clear. This is like a private offline thing. And yeah. By the way, I'm just waiting for these things to build. Then we can put this online. Hang on one second. Let me close the door. Cat is meowing. I think so. I was upset about something for sure. Maybe it's just AI. Well, I'm glad you stayed, Flair. But it does make me wonder how many people came in, thought the same thing, left, and then never had the opportunity to change their expectation. Ready for a key? Okay, I gotta push the builds though first. How about this? Can you send me a DM on Discord now? Just add a friend request to Adam Learns. We'll test in a couple hours. Yeah, sounds good. Athletics. Do you want to upload to itch? Yes. Okay. Now go put this build on default. What if I'm like, card games are the worst games? I'd hate to be someone making a card game right now. All right, March 16th, 3:54. That's now. And this version is 1.0.0, baby. Set build live. Dun. Oh, wait, no, not dun, because I need to quickly confirm it on my phone. All right, nice. Okay, so that one's done. We can push those tags. And now we want to push the full version of the game. Just make sure the Steam app isn't open. Yeah, it hasn't been a problem ever since that one day. Well, that 1 week, I guess, which was very recent. 1.0.0. This guy types and talks. Oh, nice, Latachio. Thanks. Is the Steam release the same thing as a Git release? Just upload the zip into Steam and voila. It's pretty similar. You upload it onto Steam, which I'm doing through this automated tool, but you could just drag it through the web uploader. And then you categorize it into a build. And if you have Steam Guard like I do, then you confirm on your phone. Send a DM on Discord. Okay, let me take a look at that really fast. Okay, accept. Okay, give me a sec, everyone else. Engage privacy mode. Okay, yeah. Wow, I had this open the entire time. It was on my other monitor, but I definitely shouldn't have had that open. All right. Just give me a sec. Typing in things, secrets and whatnot. Okay. All right, so Tarash, just to be clear, I just sent you the key, but don't do anything with it until you see me actually like finish uploading this. Zoom in real close. The source number of pixels for that rectangle is very small. I don't remember the exact count, but it's like not big enough to see anything really. Also, I don't even think I showed anything on this monitor, which is what was showing there. I think there was some like I don't want to get into details of this, but there was some criminal who committed some like heinous crimes and then eventually sent a like a spiral blurred picture of his face to the police. And spiral blurs can be undone. So they just undid the spiral blur and they knew who this guy was, I guess, and I don't know, put him in prison or something. Anyway, I don't want to go into details because I don't know what the criminal did and I don't care. But in this case, it's like I'm showing this screen, right? It's kind of just taunting people to try to figure out what I'm trying to hide. But yeah, thankfully it's not like, you know, crazy secrets usually. What would be the price once released? It's going to be 10 US dollars with a discount. Do you want to upload to itch? Yes. But let me make sure this is working. Oh, also I got to go make this live. Almost forgot that, the most important part. Default 1.0.0. Dunzo. Okay, now we have new builds, right? Builds are live. Someone just posted on my Godot shooter RPG. Interesting. Okay, now we push this. So everything should be live. Oh, there we go. Full Mac, full Win. Where's full Linux? That doesn't sound good. Full Mac, full Win. Did I mess something up? Full Linux. Oh, there it is. Oh, it just made it live. Okay. Now, wait one sec. Skeleseller. Okay, yeah, everything's fine. Ooh. Can I play on Chrome OS? You should be able to, yes, but you need to install Steam on Chrome OS, which is possible, but it's kind of tedious, I think. But I played on my Chromebook and it was fine. Send to me, I'll show you how to activate no scam. Yeah, so how you redeem is I don't have Steam open. Yeah, you just go to Steam Games, activate product. Just went gold, man. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's very simple. Just the games menu, and then it's right there. Okay, so make sure to publish the final builds done, and we give out the release key, so all this is finished. Write message to people on each Discord server. Okay, yeah, let's go do that. Post message to Discord. All right, so the Adam Learns server, everyone. I just launched Skeleseller after 2 years. Now let's just type it out over here. It's available on Steam for $10, well, $9.99 USD with a 10% discount and regional pricing. If you do end up buying it, please consider leaving a review. They really help spread the word about the game. I'm streaming right now, so feel free to come in and ask any questions and celebrate. Jamumu, thanks for the resub. Happy 5/6 of a year. Welcome back. Imagine if someone said, "What's Skeleseller?" All right, what do I want to say? Man, the cat won't stop meowing. It's like an hour until we have to feed her. If you do end up buying it, please consider leaving a review. They really help spread the word about the game. Also, I'm streaming right now, so come celebrate. I couldn't have done this without the help of the community. I want to get really sappy now. You're all great. Thank you for being here. All right, I will post this. This is not snarky, by the way. I really mean this. And I want to celebrate this tomorrow too as part of this. I'm trying not to get too emotional right now. Okay, so just launched Skeleseller after 2 years. Available on Steam. 10% discount on regional pricing. Let's put the on Steam and actually have it be a link. I'm streaming right. Oops. Streaming right now. This one I'll put as a link like this. Emotions are a tomorrow problem. Not to get ahead of myself, but here's the only info I can provide about the next game right now. And then we go look at the next game command. Cool. Link to itch2. I think I'm only going to link to Steam in this case. Yeah. Because I don't want to make the message longer, and the reviews should hopefully get like lightning rodded over to Steam. Thank you, Lucas. Good luck with the release. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the message we're going to post tomorrow in both Discords. Is it relevant for both Discords? I think so. Definitely the Skeleseller one. Yeah, I think it's fine. If I copy this, does it copy with bullet points? It copies with extra spaces. I'll just fix that tomorrow. Yeah, that's a tomorrow problem. Okay. So post to Discord, to both Discords. God, I cannot believe we're at this point. It was December 31st when I said, let's set a release date of March 17th. And now, for me at least, it's March 16th. So we're on the eve of the launch. The last time I was going to launch something was, at least on stream, was Botland. And actually, the very first launch for Botland was a catastrophic nightmare. Those who haven't heard the story, the very short summary is that I decided I would wait until the stream to launch it, which is a gigantic mistake, colossal. What happened is there was a database problem that had been caused over the weekend. So my like practice launch was corrupted essentially, and I needed to roll back a bunch of stuff. But the database was so full with data at that point that the rollback took longer than the timeout window. So it was a stream of my face with me just frantically trying to like SSH into machines and fix things. And it was so bad. And I was on the Twitch front page for that, which is probably why they're not putting me back on the front page now. Oh, it's so bad. So biggest lesson I ever learned is don't launch live. If you're going to, it should be like a symbolic button press. Otherwise, you know, make sure all your builds are there and everything's set in an order. Hey, Technic. Yeah, so let's fill out the journal. Yeah, Casey. I do hope I can continue doing this stuff for a while. And I mean, part of that's based on the success of Skeleseller. Part of it is based on how much do I learn from this game and how I pursue game development to see how can we make the next game a success too. Yeah, I think every game has its challenges. Let's say you make the most popular genre at the moment. Let's say it's a roguelike game. Your challenge is going to be there's a sea of roguelike games. And how is yours different? How are you finding people? Now, let's say you're making something off the beaten path. You're making a robot automation game. Well, now your challenge is going to be convincing people they even want to play this genre, not even the game. Like you have almost 2 hurdles to jump over, but you have a way easier hook because you're like, well, no one's ever seen this game before, right? So yeah, for the next game, I have a very, like, in my mind at least, off the wall idea that I think could be fun. And I haven't made everything concrete yet, but I've been filling out idea after idea in my notebook. So yeah, launch prep. Yeah, stream the whole day. Lots of people were here to pre-celebrate and congratulate me. This is very nice. Next game with Windy Boy. Thanks, Craigheads. I actually would like to do the next game with Windy Boy, but that involves Skeleseller making enough money to support that. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool. They say simulation games are really popular on Steam. Yeah, I think they might have picked up some momentum in the last year or so. I was gonna say picked up some steam. And I wonder how much of that had to do with people just being like bombarded by media constantly and that somehow pervading their game playing tendencies. I'm kind of trying to nicely say, I wonder if ADHD has something to do with this, but also that being constantly stimulated might need you to turn off your brain, funnily enough, with a very overly stimulating game. Cat, come in. Hi. Yes. Yes, we know. You know how to meow. One day. One day what? Oh yeah, one day to launch. Yeah, it's actually now like 16 hours or something. Excuse me, it's officially the launch day in Europe. Isn't Wendy going to pay you to be involved? Imagine. The CEO, the cat executive officer. What do people consider to be a simulation game, like Flight Simulator? I think it can be overloaded to mean a couple things. I think Flight Simulator, yes, is a simulator game. I think also this like whole town management kind of thing, or like a city builder could also be a simulator game, any of those sorts of things. Yeah, there was something else I wanted to respond to. Where was it? I don't remember. Huh, that's strange. Okay, well, last chance. I want to let people get this in for today, which is if you want to guess how many sales there will be, and I'll read this out loud for once today. So remember, this is just for fun. Everyone can guess how many sales they think Skeleseller will have by 9 a.m. Oh, whoops. That wasn't by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Sorry, that was by 9 a.m. on Wednesday. I think that was probably pretty obvious. This isn't super exact. There's no prize. The closest guess to the actual number wins. You can go above or below. You're not winning anything, though. Everyone gets one guess. And the guessing is about to close. And sales in this case just means lifetime Steam units. Also, I should probably say, like, I know I'm kind of modifying the rules after people guessed, but I'm only counting, like, yeah, I'm only counting the sales number when it shows something higher than 0, i.e. we have to wait for data to actually be there. Yeah, I think this is pretty obvious to most people, right? If it hasn't tallied anything up and we know that people have purchased it, then yeah. But like I said, this isn't supposed to be exact. It's not like there's a giveaway or something. Discord role Skeleseller. I did give April Fool to somebody a while ago. Adam didn't want to add my guess. What was your guess? Did I not add it? $100 million? 0? Please record my 1312. Did I really not add that? 1312? Okay. All right. Can you add the average guess on there? I'm curious. Sure. What just happened? Did I not click this? Oh, weird. Okay. Average guess is equal to average of the rest of those. Yeah, except for can't we just do C colon? C? Yeah. All right. So there's the average guess. It's 53.70 right now. How open do you plan on being about the success? That's a good question. I haven't fully settled on it. I think showing like day one sales is probably okay. I think beyond that, I might be a little bit more opaque about it. Can we get the median really? Oh man, fine. There. Oh, that's right. Someone had asked me, is Godot the right choice for the game? I don't know why that just popped in my head again. Yeah. Sorry, jealous. I was using Godot a good choice for this game. Yeah, I think so. I think it was good. I learned a lot, and I think the real test will be, was it the right choice for the next game? So, like, did I learn enough to make me drastically speed up my process somehow? All right, 3,000. I shall add this. How can we guess? Yeah, you just type in a number. I'd like to officially guess this. Freak Technic. Are you just trying to raise the average? Have you tried GDScript? Yeah, I tried GDScript a while ago. I have a YC# command for why I didn't use GDScript. That was a factor 10 too high. I copy pasted your message, right? Yeah. Oh. You typed afterward. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Thought you said they asked, do you think Godot is a good choice? Like now? Would you quickly want to use a new game? Oh, yeah. All right, Javelin. At 1862. Yeah, by the way, I have not looked at the metrics in a little while. We can take a look at that. Wishlist count is at, oh, hey, Bobcat. I don't know when this person said this, and I only just refreshed the page, so I don't know if it was now. I say 1337, Craigens. Good luck with the launch. Excited to hear how it goes. Thank you, Distortion. Yeah, so we've gotten a good amount of wish lists today. This hasn't updated in a little while, so it's probably going to be more than that by the close of the day, but yeah. What else can we do? We can look at demo activations today. There were 368 claims and 23 people playing right now. We have a release discount. What % off? How'd you decide this? So, oh, thank you. Yes, I will 10% off. How did I decide it? Was based on a few things. I originally wanted to price it based on what I thought would be like realistic sales targets. Hey, Davey, I don't want to go into too much detail here because I already talked about it quite a lot. But basically, it was 2 years of full-time work. So I considered like, yeah, a bunch of stuff. I came up with $15. Now, that's not the price we're launching at. The reason I lowered it is because there are 2 modes in the game. There's story mode and there's bone mode. And people seem to really like story mode and they seem to not like bone mode. And I don't want them to feel like, oh, hey, this thing that was supposed to provide an extra like 4 or 5 hours of fun is not actually fun. So I paid for something that's not fun. It's like, yeah, I guess you did still kind of technically pay for it. That's how it works in any game, right? You buy a multiplayer game and you only play single player. You still paid for them to make the multiplayer aspect. But yeah, I shaved off 33% of the cost. So we'll see. Hopefully the game sells well. And just for my sake, you know what we should do is tomorrow we should look at this and then I'll be number 1. So yeah, popular upcoming. We're number 3 right now. And the other 2 games that are there should release tomorrow, right? March 17th, yeah. Interestingly, these both have the same 2 starting tags and the same 4th tag. How many? Do they have a demo? Wow, their demo got a lot more reviews than mine got. When did it come out? Wow, it came out later too. Yeah, I don't know why Skeleseller doesn't have more reviews for it. Maybe because it's 2D. But if you look at the page over here, why is this opening up? I don't want this. No, close. Close it. Yeah, it's 71 reviews and it's been out for an extra 8 months. I don't think it incited some like super strong reaction from people. This must have done a lot better. Or maybe it's just because this person has 14 hours in the game. They're all generally around like 1 to 2 hours. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that means. What does it mean that I've got like 1/5 the reviews that they have? What are the wish lists at? It was like 17,200-ish, something like that. Take care, Flair. I'll see you tomorrow. People love jumping on new simulator games. Well, why not Skeleseller then? It's sorted by release date and time. There's no rank. Yeah, exactly. But what I mean by I'm going to be number one is at some point I'll be the only game that has yet to launch on that list. Sorry, I said that poorly. I'll be the next game to launch on that list. Although it is possible that one of the other games set their launch time to 9 a.m. as well. Yeah. I think you're locked in for a release date. Actually, wait a second. You must be locked in for the release time too, or else you could game this, right? I don't want to game this, but I do want to see what they have written on the Steamworks page. Let me take a look. But if so, I feel like that would be an oversight. Let's find out. No, the earliest possible release date you can select is March 16th. You'll be able to hit the release button at any point after this date. No, you cannot edit the release time at this point. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad you can't do that. Like I said, I would not want to abuse that. It's also too late to abuse it because it's already in the popular upcoming section. But if you're launching on a date that has like, I don't know, 20 other people, then putting yourself at like 12:01 a.m. is probably good. Number one unpopular upcoming for you. You might have some other things filtered, or maybe you ignored certain games, or maybe it's just based on what it thinks you'll like. I'm not sure, but at least logged out for me is what I've been using as a gauge. I want to write down that number too. 3, right? I was 3. I'm pretty sure because I only clicked 2 games, so it must have been. Yeah. Yeah, you have some filters on. Yeah. Okay. I have done a lot in the last many weeks, but also today I think it was pretty good. And just due to the higher number of people who are here, I feel like I've been talking nonstop for the last like 4 hours. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm pretty much just set to launch unless Taras finds something wrong with the game. And I wrote all the instructions out for myself. We just got to go click a bunch of buttons. And then we just sit back. I don't know. I don't really have a big plan for tomorrow. It's really just like celebrate with everyone. I don't know what that means exactly. It's not like I have a fun activity planned. There won't be a fruit punch or anything. So I'll go find someone to raid now on Twitch. Yeah, it's 4:19. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I will, of course, say a lot more of that tomorrow. Let me take a quick look through my following list. You know how I've not been able to raid yet, who launched their game in early access, is Irish John. He launched Rise of Piracy, and he's been working super hard on this game. So I'm going to go raid him. All right, cool. All right, well, thanks again. I'll be back probably like 8 a.m. tomorrow, my time. And if you want to figure out what that is, remember it's like 4:20 something. You figure this out. I'm not doing any more math. Thanks again, everybody. See you later. Say hi to John for me.